All right, hello to everybody out there in the Snortex. We have quite a bit to catch up on. I kind of just wanted to head over to DSP Reacts and dig into some stuff, but I've been up watching some videos, getting some clips, some notes, and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much, I think, the hot topic and what everybody wants to, talk about and speculate about and all that kind of stuff. So big ups to everybody. And let's just jump right into, of course, big ups to Snort Hogan. We have a couple of lengthy, which is like awesome, is Snort Hogan clips that I want to take a look at. And we'll go from there. Depending on the time, when we get through all of this Kino stuff, we will dig into some history, which was kind of what I wanted the stream today to be about, was digging into old like Project 7 stuff and shit with John Rambo, and just like a lore lesson for, well, mostly for myself. But I know others find that stuff interesting too. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll have a super fucking lame, boring week next week with Phil, and we can do a little bit more digging into the history. But for now, you have to strike while the iron cuck is hot. So we got to talk about this Kino stuff. So without any further ado, off we go. And big ups to everybody.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Hogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Should I talk about his parents?
No, that's kind of sad.
Should we leak it?
Nah, that's dark.
It is dark.
I think that's. I feel bad for him. That's fucked up, in my opinion.
It's tough. It's tough. If it's true.
It's,
All right,
it's just sad. It's just
what
sad.
do we got here? We
It's
got
just
this
sad.
August the Duck video. Of
No,
him
no.
back.
Yes, August the Duck also, I posted on YouTube. I threw the link out there that August the Duck made a kind of like a response to Philipper's response. So if you guys want to watch the August the Duck video, we can, but it's pretty much just more of the same. Just, August calling this guy a fucking loser. And I just honestly, I feel like, again, the Kino stuff, we're going to get some juicy tidbits if you didn't check out Kino Casino, or you haven't been up to speed like every second of the day on what's going on. Like I say, the August the Duck video is super great. And I threw it as a post up on here on YouTube. So there's a link. You can just click on it and go check out the August video. Again, still really good, but I don't know. It's just not Kino arc stuff. This Fallout has been fucking legendary. So
All right, this video.
we'll see if enough people are like, go watch the August video. We'll
we
watch
never
the
even
August
got
video.
to this one.
I've seen all of this already. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
yeah.
do-
I watch all this stuff. I take notes on all this stuff. I look up all this stuff and everything. So most of the stuff, except for when he actually goes live, most of the stuff that we watch beforehand, I've already seen.
do some super chats.
Listen, we're gonna like unfold this as an arc, guys. But there's so much to do that we're like already like fucking behind. So here we go. This is the video he posts after snaking Ashton. Ashton offers him basically $5,000 to hang out with him. Maybe this will have. Maybe we can get a funny video or something. Here's what he posts.
Here's the truth about all of this. We had good plans.
There was no
Yes!
plans.
No, but I did come up with plan after plan after plan
Where'd you
after
go?
plan for Phil. I would propose so many different concepts to him,
Oh,
and he would always have a reason why it wouldn't work or an excuse for
What?
why he couldn't do it. And it's just like, man, like beggars can't be choosers. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, like you don't have a direction for your content. I'm coming up with a million different directions that I think are entertaining and could be successful. And it would just always be negative, and it would always be no. And it's just like, why, man?
so why is he
Why?
saying it here? Hey, we have a lot of plans that you said no to.
Yeah.
But there weren't. Okay, having a plan.
Optimus, thanks for the $2 super chat, honey. I watched 8 hours of Kino. Andy hates DSP. I wondered why. Andy just kind of like fell away from everything. It was like, well, why wouldn't the three of the guys, do the show? Maybe not a wrestling show. Maybe Andy isn't into wrestling. And I've thought this all along that, I didn't really know for sure or not if this was like a the long con that, they're saying that it was. And I believe them. I'm not saying that I, don't believe them or anything, but I always felt like Triple P was just like willing to put up with Phil's bullshit, but I could tell that this other guy, this Andy, I could tell that this guy could not fucking stand him, because they did a couple streams together, and then it was almost as if Andy was like, if you want to see what you can get out of that, you go right on ahead. Well, I don't particularly think that Triple Fee, I'm so stupid. I don't think that Triple P particularly cares for Phil either, but he was willing to work, the angle, and I appreciate him for that. But then again, also, I don't blame the other guy, Andy, for being like, I don't want no fucking part of this.
And executing a plan are two different things, Phil.
Had plans, I'm not even kidding you, for at least 2 other projects.
Okay, what are the 2 other projects, Ash?
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, to be honest. Are these his own projects or something? Like,
apparently there weren't other projects that were in the works, but we do know from some things that Triple P, has said over the last couple of days that he pitched a fuck ton of shows to Phil. And of course, Phil was just like, no, 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 no.
I don't know.
You're like, was there a plan?
Like, well, there's nothing that he agreed to do. That's the thing.
Feel at least one of them would have actually worked.
I wouldn't say that I figured anything out. I just thought it was weird that they both seemed super hyped to have this guy on and to do content with him. And then it just very quickly kind of became, I think Phil and Andy did like some gameplay together. Again, I don't have Kick, so I don't know like everything that happened and went down, but apparently there was some gameplay and they all played a couple of games together. I don't know. But, Andy just kind of found himself like out of it real quick. And I just kept thinking to myself, he must not like this guy, or maybe he's got something else going on. And every time they would all talk, I don't know. I just I got a feeling, but I'm sure a lot of other people did too. I'm sure that what I was thinking all along, I'm sure I don't have an original thought, for sure.
Not full drama, maybe some drama, but
what do you mean you can't? But you can't be a halfway crook, Phil. Like full drama, half drama, no drama. Like, either you're doing drama or you're not. And the idea that Phil was above drama while he was collaborating with a show that's just constantly drama, 100%.
Only drama.
And the only reason we were working with him in the first place was because he reached out to us about drama with Review Tech USA, and then did a whole 4-hour just dunking on Rich, like as drama gets. By the way, the guy tried to do drama with Ethan Ralph. He tried to do drama with Cog. He tried to do drama with Review Tech during that time. He tried to start feuds and beefs with every single person we were beefing with. And the only reason that he had the balls to do it, it's not that, this thing that he had no actual moral or ethical qualm with drama. He just thought he could get away with it because we had his back. So it's like, oh, see, look, now I can talk shit because I have friends on the schoolyard that'll come protect me.
That's a really, really interesting dynamic when you think about it. So if you reflect back a couple of days ago when DSP was giving us all that bullshit about the different roads he could take, and there were 3 different roads, and road number 1 was to be a complete hack, a complete phony, a complete, sellout, and just take the sponsorships and do all of that stuff. Well, we know the guy can't get any sponsorships. We know that nobody wants to fucking work with this guy. Nobody would touch him with a 30-foot pole. So he laid that out knowing that that was something that was never going to happen, but he plays it as, I don't want to do that. And again, this extremist thinking, this all or nothing, So then the next route became the drama route. Apparently, from what we're learning, and we did know that DSP, reached out to Kino Casino. He couldn't wait to fucking kick up his heels and go run over there and shit on Review Tech, because we know his hate boner for, at Review Tech USA. So he couldn't wait to go over there. And yeah, he kind of felt like, well, yeah, I'm being a bully, and yeah, I'm being an asshole, and I'm doing all this drama, and I'm starting some shit. But if these guys are doing it too, then all the hate won't be on me. Everybody, won't necessarily hate on me, and somebody will be there to protect me. It's like, the safety in numbers thing. If I just sit here alone and I talk shit, then people are going to come after me. But if I go and sit over here with, these guys and talk shit, then it's a little bit more, okay. But again, this dude can't really hang in the whole, drama sector of the internet. Number one, let's just say flat out, motherfucker has no charisma whatsoever. The man is dead behind the fucking eyes. And you can tell every day when he drags his ass into that room and plops down to stream that he hates everything about his life. And you can attempt to convince people otherwise, but not with that sour ass fucking look on your face. So option 1 is out. Option 2 is out because he can't hang. So naturally, what was road 3? You're just going to have to deal with the fact that I ask for money, and you're going to have to like it. Remember when it was eat shit out of my ass and lick my balls and all that, garbage? You'll like it. You'll listen to what I say and you'll like it, or you'll shut the fuck up. That's where we are. That whole stream the other day where he tested out, not begging, whatever you say, guy. So we're going to get into a whole bunch of other stuff too about like all of that. So we've got some juicy things that Triple P lets us know, but all that was just bullshit. It was just bullshit to confirm and help validate himself that it's okay to keep begging.
And that's the thing. He wanted that safety net of where we're going to protect him and allow him to talk shit.
Right.
And we'll save him because he's incapable of talking shit or roasting anybody because he fucking sucks.
By the way, someone
Nose goblin for
Sly had a good point. Why would your rant consist of another man putting something inside you? That's pretty good.
Wow.
And Play Pigeon for 2 subs as well.
And I have it in my notes, but I don't remember what video it was because I have a couple of clips from Snort Hogan, and then Duty has a clip that he pulled. We're gonna get there, but there are some familiar people hanging out with, because this was last night. There are some familiar people hanging out in Kino's chat who came in and dropped him some pretty good subbage. So I don't know. I have the names. I have them on my notepad. I think I have the clips pulled. Not that it's a big deal, but some people that were hanging out with Philipper might not be hanging out over there anymore.
Oh,
Thank you so much. By the way, the pinned comment here is saying Dickers vindicated. I will say one thing about Review Tech. He was the only one.
He wasn't. Everybody saw what we were doing, and everybody predicted it. It didn't take a genius to see what was going on.
He was a stone to bum, and even he knew.
Oh, buddy. Well, this is like the God's honest truth about all of this is like when there's like a fucking retarded, like nerdy kid that you let hang out with you, but you just humiliate him constantly. Like that was the actual energy of our relationship with Phil. It was some fucking guy who was...
It was the 3 paths that pissed Triple P off, because there's so many more different paths than that. And again, the whole thing was just, garbage. I can understand it pissing him off, because it's like, come on, guy, there's way more roads you can take. There's like that 4th road way over there where it's like you give up this internet bullshit, or you make this a side hustle and you go and fucking handle your business and handle your responsibilities and go get the job, even if you're still doing something from home. Like, whatever, you know what I mean? But there are many different roads also. Why can't you have a sponsorship? You're not going to get a sponsorship for everything. So there's plenty of games that you're going to play that aren't sponsored, or, whatever. And you can say that they suck but you're going to have to be a little bit more constructive. You can't just say, well, we didn't hit the goal, so this game sucks and I don't like it. You could get a sponsorship, throw in some drama, say, hey, you guys, I do this full time. This is what I do for work. If you would like to become a member, if you'd like to give a sub or super chat, I appreciate you because, again, this is what I do full time. So, whatever.
So
we'll go
desperate
from
for
there.
friendship that he allowed himself to be humiliated and debased again and again and again and again.
Yeah. All right, let's keep smashing this. Long show today, eh, Ash?
Projects where
Yeah,
I could be
we're not
involved
going to
from
get through anything now. Everybody really wanted to hear about the Phil stuff.
We have a great show besides the Phil stuff too.
Well, Duty says Phil knew, but he just turned a blind eye for the money. And that's true as well. There were parts where I think he was genuinely believing and was gaslit, but that I think he also did know at a certain point, but he just didn't care because the only thing he cared about was money.
I agree. I think there were some times where Phil kind of maybe figured out what was going on, but of course we all know what he'll do for a fucking $100. And then there were some times where just he had no idea. And I think he thought that maybe things were cool until he went on Truth Seekers, and how Triple P was able to fucking flip that around and be like, nope, it was Steve. He went rogue. We didn't tell him to, do all that kind of stuff. What the fuck? He blindsided you. I don't know if DSP bought that or if he just rolled with it anyway, but,
Which is pretty sad.
No, we have to do the IDub stuff way later for sure. And we have King Sly T a verse review
Versus
tech USA.
Review
It's
Tech.
so funny.
And we've got a lot of woe buddies. We have the Styx Hexenhammer stuff to get into as well.
8-hour show. Let's go.
time to time where things would go well, and it would be cool because you get to see a different side.
You don't get why he bashes sponsored YouTubers so much. Does a random sponsor prevent Filbert from giving his genuine opinion on a video game? No, the kitty cat wrist rest is not here yet. You have no idea the sadness that guys, I'm having a bad day today. I'm kind of depressed. The kitty cat wrist rests are not here yet. Or I would have put a picture or done a video or something and put out, but no, they're not here yet. I don't understand why a random sponsor, because he's not getting the sponsors. And gee golly gosh, I wonder why. There people like this. Maybe you've known somebody like this throughout the course of your lifetime. Have you ever known a person where, let's just say that you have a friend, okay? And the friend, maybe they're really not into sports, okay? But you are, okay? So you get an autographed baseball from insert baseball player of your choice, or, something from your favorite, football, basketball, whatever. You get some kind of paraphernalia or something from them, and it's autographed or whatever. But your friend doesn't really care about sports. They don't like it. They don't watch it. And then you're like, hey man, check this out. I got a baseball signed by, I don't know, insert Toxie doesn't watch sports here. And, and then they're angry and they're jealous because you have it and they don't, but they don't even fucking want it. That's Phil. Phil is mad that people have shit that he doesn't even fucking want. He really is secretly mad that he can't get the sponsorships, but that if he could get the sponsorships, he'd find them to be a fucking pain in the ass. I don't really understand, but that's how people like this are. It doesn't matter what you have. You've got it and I don't, and I want it. You've got something and I don't have that something and I'm entitled. So you should give it to me. So does my husband watch sports? We are not sporty people. Football occasionally, but no.
Side of me,
we watched the Super Bowl because it was the Super Bowl, but
right? As opposed to just me
Okay, can I just talk about this whole thing? Oh, people always ask about the drama or my King of Hate stuff. I want people to see the real Phil. That's the gayest, most boring.
No, it really is.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That was just really funny. Magic Short Plus, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, and I don't know if they're here, but Lucky Gremlin, right at the end of my stream yesterday, I think you upgraded your membership or something. I didn't get a chance to thank you. So if you're here, Lucky Gremlin, big ups. I appreciate you upgrading the membership, man.
Watch me on my couch, folks? Want to watch me playing video games or at the gym? No, you don't fucking care about what I do at home. You want to, hey, Ashton, let's watch Ashton eat a McDonald's meal.
Why not?
You know, Ash, I can't wait to watch the Ash. Watch me fucking.
He should get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. They sponsor anyone. Apparently not anybody. Here, wild thing though. Let's think about this. If he got an email from Raid Shadow Legends, would he take it? Would he take it? Would he do it?
Doing coke. Well, that would be interesting, actually. But you know what I mean? We don't want to see the real Phil. We want to have an entertaining.
But the thing is, it doesn't really matter what Phil does. The thing is, like, we could do a mukbang and somehow still make it entertaining or interact with chat.
That is a very, very good point to Zignat Zag. Or they'll discredit what you got. You'll be like, hey man, you know, look what I got. You know, this is really cool. They'll be like, oh, that's not cool. Or that autograph's probably fake. Or how much did you spend? That's Phil. He will shit in your Cheerios every fucking chance he gets or try to get whatever it is that you got. Do we think it's really surprising that he started hanging out, you know, and dealing with Triple P, and now he tries to behave like Triple P, the way he begs or asks or, you know, it however you want to say it? He completely just kind of chameleonized himself and just adopted that personality, but did it so fucking poorly. Like, that's just, it's highly toxic tendencies. It's high narcissistic tendency. It's just what people like this do. But big up Zignat Zag. That's exactly the way it goes.
Yeah, even then.
If they have it, or if they don't have it and they want it, they'll shit on you for having it.
Way that's funny or do a fun Q&A. The bottom line problem with Phil is just that he's boring. That he has no personality, he has no talent, he has no entertainment value, he has no redeeming qualities because he's a neutered, castrated, cuckold bitch.
So Ashton,
and so
actually,
therefore, no matter what he does.
Are we going to talk about Phil shitting in sinks? That one's news to me, but I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen all of this, but I probably haven't remembered it, but I could just be getting trolled right now.
It doesn't matter what he's doing.
You've been in the Snortex too long, you got an ad for WWE Champions.
It's always the same. The end result is boredom.
Wait,
unless
Ashton,
he's
you're right.
embarrassing himself in some way, and then you can get enjoyment from the embarrassment.
I used to watch your mukbang. Remember your sushi video? Remember the fucking video you did with eating the fucking chicken nuggets?
The 100 chicken nuggets, and I think I puked on chicken nuggets.
The rabbit scorpion. And then, you know, he went home and was like, Mommy, I want a Ninja Turtles backpack. Get me one. You know?
92. And I'm like angling the camera.
Magic Short Bus, you're giving away all my spoilers. No, I'm sure pretty much everyone already knows. Rare Tricks was over in Kino Casino and dropped subs. But again, I think Rare Tricks does hang out when Duty is streaming. And then, yeah, Dr. Lex is dropping 100 subs. But he does still hang out over on over in Phil's chat or whatever. But yeah, went to Phil and gave him, you know, one. This is not no troll. He shits and sinks. Are we surprised? I mean, honest to God. But yeah, this is gonna be bad. Only iced cuck. It's all you, baby.
I'm ready to get the
No, I'm just teasing you. I'm just razzing. No, it's okay. It's okay.
As I'm puking into the fucking toilet.
I remember like turning it on and you see Ashton's stomach just like as the whole screen.
The whole thumbnail was just like a view underneath my gut.
You're right. And I was talking about the drugs things. I'm not on coke, but
Sitting here playing games. Right?
Dr. Lexus is a true troll. Man, listen, as far as this asshole in the middle of the screen is concerned, everybody's money spends the same, man.
You want to see that? That's different. It's fun.
Wait.
I don't think we got all the tea. I learned a couple of new things, but that's why I was like skipping around a little bit. And plus I was doing things, running around this morning. So I caught what I could. So
I want to see you be normal instead of playing games.
Look at that dead ass stare. I think I have this as a screenshot somewhere.
A video game channel. Aren't you?
Judy is asking me if Kat converted to Islam. No, Kat did not convert to Islam, Duty.
Oh, I see. Is DSP
what
gaming at this point?
Thing.
What?
Okay.
Right? You want to see that?
Someone said play the fucking video. New here, bud?
First time with Posky?
Different. It's fun. But now those projects are dead simply because this guy wants to just push
That's right, Darkwind. All both of them. You are
the
correct.
envelope.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Ashton,
What a
pushing the
horrible
envelope?
thing! Don't push the envelope. Don't try and do different things, exciting things. Don't leave people.
The rabbit thing hurt my heart. I won't lie. I didn't obviously know that was going on. I love animals, even though I'm allergic to like everything with fur, but I still love them. That hurt my heart. I won't lie. Yeah, Duty was just kind of throwing out some random shit. Hey, listen, you can't blame him. Like just throwing out some randomness there. So big ups, Wheelie Steve. What's going on, honey?
Guessing
I hope you're having a good. Let me look at my clock. Early
what's
evening.
happening. Like, oh, is he really with Phil? Is he a detractor? Is this
Our own no OIC and Iron Cuck are not the same person. No, OIC's been around for a hot fucking minute. Iron Cuck came in with the Kino arc.
kayfabe? Don't do anything interesting. Don't push the envelope.
What do you
Heavens
mean?
for fucking bid. Let's do the business meeting again. So hey, now guys, we hit the goal here at
No one killed the bunny. No, he didn't kill a bunny.
the Kino Casino 2
Phil
days
did not
this
kill
week.
a bunny.
But guys, the support was a little slow in the second hour of last.
There was a photo that surfaced back in the day. Someone caught Phil out with a large woman before she was back on camera. Yeah, they're in the car, and people started speculating, like, "Oh my God, is this cat and everything?"
Show. So I don't know why that happened, guys. Now let's try and hit the support goal a little bit quicker in the second hour, guys, because that's what's really important. And then
Do you want me to, for those of you who don't know the rabbit thing, do you want me to spoil the rabbit thing? Do you just want me to tell you? Because I can sum it up faster than, honestly, probably anybody.
if we can hit that, then
We will get there. We will get there. I have the, I say it like I pulled the clip. I have other folks' clips. We will get to,
we're
if a couple people say spoil in the chat, I'll tell you the bunny thing. It'll take 30
going to
seconds.
be one goal closer towards me eating a Tim Hortons sandwich. And you guys know you want to see me eat the Tim Hortons sandwich. Now, Tim Hortons has been around since 1967. When Tim Horton, he was a hockey player for the Toronto Maple Leafs, if you can believe.
What's the rabbit thing? Okay, so spoil. So apparently, at some point, Phil told PPP that he has exotic animals, and that's how again, we're going to watch the clip here at some point. It's going to take us a minute to get there. But he said that Phil told him that he has exotic animals. He has animals other than Bugs Bunny. That's unbelievable. Oh my God. Rip Bugs Bunny. Oh my God. That's so good. I'm sorry. He keeps exotic animals. Long story short, apparently Phil and Kat had a rabbit. I don't know what the rabbit's name was. And I guess Triple P inquired as to why Phil has never said anything about the rabbit. I don't know how long they had the rabbit. Again, I've not caught every second of all these clips. Oh, exotic butters. That was so good with Markiplier. Exotic butters. But apparently there was, from what Triple P says, there was a day on stream, and I kind of feel like maybe it was the marathon day, but Triple P says no, he was playing Black Ops 6. He was playing, Call of Duty. And he kept getting up and leaving. He kept getting up and leaving and coming back and everything. Apparently, one of the things that he was so depressed about, everybody hold on to the edge of your seat, was it taxes? Is it divorce? Is the house getting taken away? The bunny was very, very sick, and he was having to feed the bunny with like an eyedropper because the bunny was sick, and then the bunny passed away. So that's it. Phil had a bunny. Phil and Kat had a bunny. Never told anybody. And then it was very, very sick. I guess that was what they were dealing with. And it passed away, unfortunately. And I don't know if, I feel like it was the marathon because he started late. He kept getting up and walking away. He got up and walked away like 3 times. Magically, the food was there really quick. He was, I don't know. I feel like it was the marathon, but Triple P says he was playing Call of Duty. So I don't know. We would have to go through and look at his streams and find the one where he keeps getting up and walking away, getting up and walking away. But he was trying to take care of the bunny. Well, I guess Triple P asked Phil, like, well, why wouldn't you just, tell people that you had a bunny? I don't remember what he said Phil's response was, but something about, he doesn't want the detractors to know. Well, how long did he hide Jasper? I mean, pretty much everybody already knew anyway, but how long did he hide Jasper? How long did he have a bunny? I personally have no idea, but that is the bunny drama. And I promise you, I got a clip. We'll
Leave
get there.
it. And he started a coffee shop back in the day. And so
Oh.
I'm really excited to try the new menu item from Tim Horton. Like, this is actually what his stream is. And he talks like that. But the problem is that was too interesting. That was delivered in a kind of a somewhat amusing way.
I lasted longer than his stream.
It goes for like 20, 30, 40 minutes, an hour. Okay. So, guys, we're going to go over the schedules. I tuned in today just to see what he would say. And he starts off, guys, we're going to go over the schedule. But we go over the schedule every day. But we go over it every day. And the schedule is on your...
Well, we have to remember, too, and I'm not saying that I don't believe Triple P, because I do, but this is the shit that Phil has been telling Triple P. He couldn't go the drama route because the wife was, the cat is terminally ill, she's dying, so she's finding religion, so he feels the need to be more religious, and that's why he can't do drama content. And there's a bunny, and there's some other stuff too that we're gonna get into here.
Twitter, sir. The schedule's on your Twitter. If we need to know, we can check your Twitter.
May I ask you?
But
How long
Well, I think he probably was taking care of the bunny because Cat was at work, and he more than likely had to keep, getting up and fucking off and doing it. He does seem to enjoy the cat most of the time. Some people that are very toxic can still like animals. I don't think he hates animals, but I don't know. I don't particularly consider him a good, caregiver, but still, let's have a moment for the bunny, because whatever happened, if it's true and that's what happened, it is very, very sad.
Also a fucking, oh my God, dude, it's just because
I don't know what we were gonna do by finding out that he had a bunny. What did anybody really do when we all found out that, that he had a cat? Someone said rip Beg's bunny. I'm going Beg's bunny.
it's like, okay, and then on Wednesday,
But indeed, rip Jasper bunny. Whoever, I mean, it is very sad.
in the morning, we're gonna be playing Ninja Turtles, guys. And I really hope that it's better supported than last time, because as you know, last time we only got $132 of support for Ninja Turtles.
Look at Andy. He hates this, and it's just Triple P talking about it, and Andy wishes he was anywhere else. That's what we can't understand. Why would he say exotic?
You don't say.
And so
Who Framed Renton Rabbit? Oh, that's great.
if we don't hit the goal this time, guys, I'm afraid I might have to wait.
Yes, it was Pants in the chat said Beg's bunny. Yep.
Quit that playthrough, guys.
Oh.
So it's just like every day we must go over the sacred autistic schedule. Every day we must talk about the goal. Every day we must talk about not just the goal for this stream, but our broader goals.
Well, that might have been something that they were upset about, that they were doing on the days, off, was, maybe taking, the bunny to the vet. I know the day off is Saturday. There are some emergency when my cats, aren't, with me anymore, and I'm allergic, so I shouldn't have them anyway. But I've had cats before. But there are like emergency vet services where you can go on like Saturdays or, off hours or something.
And our rewards, which the rewards are just rewards for Phil.
May I ask you,
It's
what
not-
are the goals?
Okay.
Yeah, someone says exotic. I think like a macaw or something, or like maybe like reptiles or something like that. Not a bunny, but I mean, this is Phil we're talking about here.
So
Who calls a bunny exotic? Exactly, it's Phil.
Don't watch Phil. I swear to God. guys, I've never-
here, you know what? I don't need 40 minutes to explain. Okay. Here's the idea. I need $150 to hit a goal. My goal is $150 for one stream. If I get 10 of those goals, then I'll eat food.
No, it's not.
That's it.
Wait, 10 goal? What? Wait, what do you mean?
So he needs $1,500.
Well, first of all, everybody wants a capybara. And if you don't, you're insane. I want capybaras.
By what? Pizza.
This is the thing. It's his decision. It's not your decision. It's his decision what pizza he's going to eat. You know, like...
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up this video.
But
so that people can kind of understand.
What kind of pizza? Is it good?
No, it was Domino's, man.
What though? That's like $20.
So if he
It was Papa John's, but we're splitting hairs at this point.
gets $1,500, he'll order a Domino's pizza.
There are 2.2 million bunnies. You mean like domesticated bunnies? Because I'm sure there's more out in the wild.
Or a Big Mac, or a quarter pounder, or a KFC chicken.
Okay, what is it? Okay.
In a second.
He's explaining the goals here to Andy because Andy has seen so little of DSP's content because he can't stand him. He doesn't want to. He doesn't know about the goals or anything like that.
Now, let me have a look here,
Buddy.
Flowchart Cammy, what's going on, honey? How you doing?
He's like, yeah, you could watch some of it. So I switch over and he goes, this is him. He eats the fry and he goes, tell them. By the way, guys, it's so good to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
Ask Ashton. Tell them about my text messages to you about Phil.
You were so happy, man.
No, before that, while that was happening, all caps lock. Fucking shit, I hate him. Please.
Well, we would be DMing while he was on the show saying, this guy sucks. You know, we were on the air. I'm like typing you.
They would be on the air and Andy would hit up Triple P and just be like, this guy fucking sucks, talking about Phil. Like, that's so funny. Wheelie Steve, big ups. Thanks for becoming a member, honey. I appreciate your generosity.
This guy's really boring, huh? Like
this guy's fucking sucks. He's really boring.
What are we going to do? He's
It's
not
so
really
good.
saying anything or doing anything. Oh, man.
You're like, is he gonna respond about the Ralph stuff? Man, that's crazy.
All right, have
Bro.
a look. This is middle manager Philip Burnell. In another life, this is actually what Phil would be doing. Phil would be like a manager at a call center or a manager at Best Buy, and he'd be trying to motivate the employees to hit their goals by saying there's going to be a pizza party. Those of you who've worked a job like this know exactly what this meeting is. Like where the manager tries to get you excited about your shitty dead-end job by telling you if you guys just work hard enough, you might get 2 slices of pizza on Friday. You know, this is seriously what Phil's show is. Hit play.
This is basically the Fuck Phil Festival, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
For the week. Let's talk about the schedule, the goals, and all of that, shall we?
So somebody made this as a video that DSP essentially sounds like he's in middle management. So they took a clip from him, of course, is talking his same regular bullshit that we hear every day, and made this video. It's really funny.
We were at 36 out of 40 goals attained.
No, isn't
we
this
attain 40
seriously
goals-
like you're at the call center? You know, guys, we're at 36 out of 40 for the quarter, so we're going to need to sell 4 more units to hit the goal. We got to push, guys.
This is so Kino, bro. What the fuck?
We got to push.
Goals. It is time for a radical pizza party, dudes.
It's that same cringe that like a middle-aged office manager has to do. Guys, it's going to be a radical pizza party. It's going to be sweet.
Oh, man. The goal.
The energy is so on point for it, though.
We're going to have a pizza party. Are we going to do Domino's, Pizza Hut, or Papa John's? All right?
You know, and
I'm
you're supposed to get excited. Oh, wow.
Actually,
what wonders options.
I have an objection to this video. At least in this scenario, you get to eat the pizza.
That's the thing.
That's true. If you were there, you would actually get to eat the pizza.
You might actually get to eat the pizza. This would be like if you go to the pizza party and you have to watch the manager eat the pizza. And then also you don't get a paycheck on Friday. You have to pay your boss
You gotta pay.
to watch him eat the pizza.
Yeah, yeah, Michael's.
Yeah, this is like having a call center job or like a retail job or something, and you get lectured about what you have to do to get the pizza party, except in Phil's case, you get told what you have to do to have the pizza party. You don't even get to eat the pizza, and then you have to pay your boss to watch him eat the pizza.
Scott energy.
I'm going to eliminate another pizza right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am eliminating Pizza Hut.
I love how it's apparently your reward, but you don't even get to choose the type of pizza.
Yeah.
And Phil is eliminating one of the pizza choices.
What?
And it's like
Does he do
ultimately
that?
it's like, yeah, that's what he just did. He goes, we have these 3 options, and I'm going to eliminate
Pause.
one right now.
Is this not AI?
Do I think Phil actually understands why people mock him about sounding like a middle manager? I don't think he understands a lot of why people mock him. Although, to be fair, I can't be too entirely sure that he cares, because the shit that he does understand is hurtful enough. He doesn't. He thinks those fucking those boardroom segments and shit, he thinks those are necessary.
An act.
And you know what? As dented as the fucking people are who like give him money, you know, he must have to say it over and over again.
Actual audio from his video?
No, this is actual audio from his video. That's what makes it so great.
Oh yeah, Andy thought that this was AI, and it's just a clip from his fucking lame ass podcast.
Andy had to.
I thought it was AI.
Take a lead.
I thought it was AI. Ring the bell.
No, it really is. No, it really is all real. No, it's all real.
I thought it was AI. I thought.
I'm glad you thought, because apparently some people in chat also thought that. No, this is real shit for Phil's stream.
Holy shit. Oh my god. No way, that's real.
Oh, man.
He eliminated. What's the criteria?
The illusion of choice.
Can't
It's
even
much
talk.
like when he goes like, "You got."
Deadass thought it was AI until Triple P confirmed otherwise. No, this is just a straight clip from his level 1 podcast. It's not. It's got like a weird filter, like a slightly echoey filter over it.
Guys can choose the next game.
Would I rather have DSP as a son or Cat as a daughter? I would rather have Cat as a daughter.
Here is a list, and then when they choose a game, he goes, "No, actually, it'll be this game." So you never actually get to.
I love that Triple P talks about the illusion of choice, because it's something that I have said too. He goes, you guys get to pick the game I'm going to play. By the way, here are 10 options for you that you get to pick from, and don't say anything else because it's not applicable to be. It's not on the list. It's the fucking illusion of choice. You can pick something I'm going to do from this list that I've already pre-approved of shit that, well, Kat wouldn't be depressing because she'd be with me and we'd be working on that kind of stuff. So she wouldn't be depressed because I wouldn't let her anywhere near someone like Phil if she was my kid. So, Toasty Butter, thanks for becoming a member, honey. I appreciate your generosity.
Choose. It's
Thank
never
you.
actually your reward.
Is there a poll?
It's just, yeah, but the poll results don't matter unless they.
See, Kat, you could work with. Kat, you could help. Kat, you could, talk to. And DSP just wants to do this. Well, if he would have been my kid, he would have got his ass whooped. I mean, that's just, it number one. Because, I don't know why he didn't, because we're not all that dissimilar in age. I'll be 41 at the end of the year. He'll be 43 next month. So I don't understand. When I acted up, which albeit was not much as a kid, but when you acted up in the 80s and 90s, you got your ass whooped, okay? Somebody should have whooped his ass 35 years ago.
They agree with what Phil already wanted to do.
He could have made so much fucking money if he played Stellar Blade. I don't know what it was, but maybe it's their new religion they're finding. You can still enjoy beautiful women if you have a religion or are religious. It's a cartoon of a chick.
You see,
You can still be like, I'm very, I love Jesus, but that chick has a nice ass. you can,
so it's
you can
not
do
really
both.
your reward.
Holy shit, dude! This is like.
Just like for women, you can love Jesus and love dick. You can do both. It's okay.
BF234 has gifted 5 subs.
The man, the myth, the legend, King Be Cruel. Thank you for re-upping the membership. This man is running a whole zoo in his household, and Cat is religious. I'd lock myself in my room too. Big ups, King Be Cruel.
Bro, I got tears.
I haven't seen you for a couple days. I hope everything's going all right.
Oh my god, that actually fucking got me, dude. Oh my god. When you said, no, this is okay.
I've eliminated Pizza Hut. That's right.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. King Cobra's channel was fucking deleted. Did you see that?
That's tough, eh?
We got-
Hopefully he gets it back.
We got Time Skip Ghost of Jared Fogle for 5 subs.
Let's
Let's
go!
go. Let's get some subs for the Fuck DSP
Let's
Festival.
go. Fuck. I mean, we've already had a massive amount of support.
I know. I'm just.
Thus proving it's more profitable to be against Phil than with Phil. I'll say
Well, then you got that fucking right. Optimus, thank you for the 2, honey. I gave my heart to the Lord, not my eyes. Exactly. You can still appreciate an attractive man or woman.
this. You know, I did all these episodes of Smart Guys in just one night of detracting against Phil with
That was Steve, yeah.
I made more money than my entire run on Smart Guys.
After the YouTube cut.
After YouTube's cut, after the taxes,
After
I
the
made
split
more
with-
on that one show. Yeah, after splitting it 50-50 with Steve. So, you know,
Been a long week. I hear it even longer with the shit Philly boy's been going through. Man, I'm telling you, from that awful fucking marathon, quote unquote, on Monday to the end of the week, this shit has been crazy.
it just doesn't even
Started off so fucking lame and so boring. I remember being so mad on Monday. That marathon was such a fucking joke.
make any business sense, Phil. It doesn't. This is a full-on charity, and it's beyond charity. It's crazy.
Digital 717 for 5 subs. Thank you guys for the support. We're glad you're enjoying it. By the way, Steve's face. Do you know how hard? Remember when Steve he started doing his show on Phil, and we're like, oh, Steve, it was so sarcastic. I don't know how he didn't pick it up. We're like, yeah, Steve's a terrible person, but we're like saying it in like not even acting. We're like
And then
trying to
I
like
invited
make him.
Steve back on the show. See you next Tuesday.
Yes. Those
He was-
Goblin. 1, 2, 3 for 3 subs.
Woo,
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The only thing I think that really made it count as a marathon is he didn't take his little 2-hour break to drink his Geritol and watch his Matlock. I
Right,
think
you can't
that's
even look
all.
at me right now because I'm such an evil villain. Exactly. I'm such a heinous individual. Everything I do just exudes toxicity and negativity, and you can't stand to look at me for a second. I
Why
know.
was he saying this?
So it's
I
going to be a
don't know.
choice
It's kind of bizarre to make such a statement, but okay.
between
He
Domino's
was trying to be
and
funny, but he was terrible.
Papa John's. All right, 2 unique places. All right, one of them.
Yeah, there's nothing more unique than Domino's Pizza and Papa John's, especially here in the USA. Nothing more dynamic and interesting and unique than that.
Probably the longest running one in America, Domino's. I remember that ever since I was a kid, they were the big fast food delivery pizza place. They do various.
Like,
Yeah, this is giving me like horror game vibes. I'm like, is this a game? Can we play this?
this is what I'm saying. He starts doing like background on the place that he's ordering from. Listen, man, if I wanted to hear that shit, I would just type in history of Domino's, or I'd watch like a company man video about the company. No one wants to hear about this, man. And like, we're gonna decide the pizza place based on.
Well,
its-
he has apparently come to the conclusion that nobody is like as good of an Italian or whatever as he is. So there's no good, authentic Italian pizza out there in Seattle.
history or what? Like, I don't know. This is crazy.
I streamed that marathon on Monday for 4.5 hours because I played Five Nights at Freddy's. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought, okay, finally, a game where maybe I would have something half intelligent to say. It might actually, it be interesting or whatever. And in 4.5 hours, I think it was 4 hours and 33 minutes, I think he played the game for like 31 minutes or something. I tapped right the fuck out. I was like, nope. I literally just right in the middle. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to end it this time, or okay, I'm going to wrap it up. I was just like, nope, I'm done. It's fuck this shit o'clock. See you later. I never legitimately get angry like that.
There's different kinds of pizza, like the hand toss style, the New York style, the thin crust style, and they have various appetizers. So if we get Domino's, I'll probably get a regular pizza, a special.
Why don't I use the money I would donate to you to hit the goal and order myself a pizza?
You can't I just eat the pizza?
Yeah, can't I just keep my money in my pocket? Or maybe not give you $100, maybe give you $10 and then save my $90, buy a pizza, and then keep the rest of my money in my pocket? I wasn't expecting high quality gameplay, to be sure, G-Curse. I was not expecting high quality, but I was expecting gameplay, seeing as how it was a gaming marathon. Asking too much. I mean, yeah, we fucked off with quality a long time ago, but I thought I'd get some gameplay.
By the way, Danny Vegas for 10 subs.
Let's go. Thank you. And Sen 4200 for 5 subs. Thank you so much.
We'll do another video that I've wanted to show for a while.
Let's just go.
We're just gonna Phil. I guess this is what the demand is for a Phil Felt thing. We'll get to everything else after we felted Phil.
Five Nights at the Snort Fort. That's kind of like Granny, like when you play Granny and the whole point of it is to leave, is to get the fuck out of there.
But this will just be the first of many feltonings of Phil, because we really need to extract some sort of return on investment from this entire saga.
Buddy, Psycho has a list of 100 videos he wants me to fucking show. By the way, like Psycho would be like, and he's the post-show guy who helped. He's like, do we have to pretend to like Phil? Like every day?
Like, listen, fall in line, idiot.
Please, Andy.
Fall in line and chill for Phil.
He's like, I hate him. Could we please stop?
Like, I knew the marathon was going to like blow ass, but for the first time in quite a while, he was playing something that I, like I say, had played and was like a little bit interested in. And I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to do the whole marathon. I had planned on like maybe 4 or 5 hours. And so, like I say, I went 4.5 and got a half an hour of gameplay. That is some fuckery and some bullshit.
He's like DMing me right now, like,
listen,
thank God.
Everybody now officially has permission. Stop glazing Phil. In fact, I command that everyone stop glazing and donating to Phil and instead felt this motherfucker to the end of time.
Yeah.
Specialty pizza and an appetizer. If I get Papa John's, I'll probably end up getting like a stuffed crust.
Imagine willingly tuning into this. And actually being entertained by it. This is crazy.
I'm actually dying here.
Crust and then an appetizer.
I did. I got hella scammed. I was felted. I was coping. I was seething. I walked out of my office mad. Legitimately mad.
Okay. And you might say, well, when is this going to be? Because we want to know when to be there. I don't know.
Oh, this animation is fucking top notch.
I don't know when the pizza party will be. It's actually up to you.
Wait.
As to when the pizza party's going to happen.
You're telling me
you got to hit your goals for the pizza party.
You're telling me he asks for a goal but doesn't have a time frame? It's not even a hard goal where it's like, hey, we're heading to Disney World. We're going to do an IRL stream there. Or, hey, I'm going to build whatever. No, it's fix this. Ordered.
Oh, no. I'm not sure if you're aware. It's not that simple in the DSP household. Because
now?
Because
Andy's over there getting exhausted just listening to how Phil does this.
Can't just answer the door because she's scared of the door. You see what I mean?
Whoa. What? The door?
No, it's not that easy. There's nothing that's easy in Phil's life.
Oh.
Even ordering DoorDash comes with all sorts of complications and confusions and guys, I'm going to have to stop the stream. I don't know when I'll be back. The DoorDash guy delivered it to the house next door and I had to venture over to their porch to get the pizza because of the moron delivery driver.
He stops
and
the
it's just-
stream?
Yeah, because Kat can't be trusted to answer the door.
She's gonna eat
Because
it when it's there.
That's part of the problem. She may just inhale the entire snack
She's gonna come
pizza
back in empty
right
box.
on the doorstep. Or I think more likely, if she has contact with another human being other than Phil, the pignosis might break. She might have a normal human interaction and then realize she should abandon the snort fort at all cost and find a new way of living. So Phil can't let her answer the door,
Wait.
or the DoorDash delivery guy might put thoughts in her head. You see?
Whoa. Okay, I saw like this documentary about like people who are like scared to go outside of their house. What's that called? Like a fear, right? There's the fear of leaving the...
Agoraphobia or whatever it is.
Is that what it is? Is his house
Yeah.
like outside that office a hoarder house? I
love how everybody in chat like immediately dropped agoraphobia.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
actually a pretty
everybody
common
is like,
fear.
I know. I'm a smarty. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you
Is
smart.
it
A lot of
hoarder
people
house?
are agoraphobic.
I imagine his outside that office.
Agoraphobic also doesn't technically mean that you don't like being outside. Typically, agoraphobia is more like a fear, like big open areas or like very crowded places. But you know,
Office. Have you
whatever.
seen the outside the office?
Well, the thing is, he doesn't show anybody that anymore
Oh.
because he's afraid to show people the absolute state of disrepute.
I don't think that it's that she is not allowed to answer the door. I just don't think that. I keep saying it like this. Everyone remembers Home Alone. You know, where the parents are gone, Kevin's home alone, he orders the pizza and he's playing that movie and the guy says, I'm here with your pizza, and Kevin hits play on the remote and the movie plays and it goes, leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. And he like throws the money out the doggy door for the pizza. I kind of feel like it's that kind of a situation where they just don't want to deal with the person. They prepay for it and then it's like, yeah, just drop it off and then just go fuck off and leave. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to have to interact with you. I think it's not wanting to necessarily interact.
Pair his home is in, probably because it was going to be condemned. Here's an idea that we had that I pitched to Phil.
Yeah.
And it was kind of as a joke, but I thought it would be really, really funny if we did this. The idea was called Flipping with Phil, where me and Andy would go to Phil's house as contractors
Yeah.
and try and fix his fucking shithole of a fucking house. So we would crowdfund for Flipping with Phil. And the idea was we would just take like a sledgehammer to Phil's fucking toilet, destroy all of his walls and all this shit. And then we just wouldn't fix it and we just fucking leave.
That's amazing. They wanted to have the show called Flipping with Phil. They were just going to tear up the dude's house and then just fuck off.
Mike Klum said the house was in working order. That's a great idea. I remember that idea. It was so funny. And of course,
The house can be in working order and still be gross. Maybe not like a nasty ass episode of Hoarders gross, but your house can still be okay. Like your plumbing and things like that can still work. Your house can still be nasty. Okay. Let's not have any misconceptions here.
it was no. Probably
No, we
Kool-Aid
wouldn't have
merchant
improved
of
his house.
Philtown.
We would, yeah, fuck.
Kool-Aid merchant of Philtown has gifted 10 subs. Let's go. Yeah, Mike Klum said the house was in order. Okay, fair enough.
A lot of people do have agoraphobia to a certain degree. I am a super not fun person. I get hella anxiety. Like if you like the very, very few times I've been to like a concert and there's like thousands of people, I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't think I can breathe. I also like to go places when it's not very crowded. And that's just also like convenience. That's just like a get the fuck out of my way kind of a thing. But yeah, in places where it's like really, really, really crowded, amusement park or concert or, you know, like whatever, I get edgy. I get pretty uncomfortable.
No, we'll be
So
good faith. Good faith.
I'd like
Well,
to
no,
tell
but
you
Phil
exactly
tells us. But Phil tells us it's not in working order. Phil tells us the plumbing's fucked, his toilet doesn't work, his shower's molded, his dishwasher's broken.
Lies.
And like
Lies. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Phil about the dishwasher. I'm like, why can't you just buy the dishwasher? I think I said this to him 2 weeks ago. Just buy the fucking dishwasher, Phil. It's like $600 for a dishwasher. And he says, oh, well, we decided instead of doing that, we're going to replace the whole kitchen. So what, you're going to do $15,000 instead of $600?
yeah, also, this is something that I had not heard before. And maybe, you know, maybe this is just that I haven't been, you know, keeping up. But apparently, the reason that Phil won't fix the dishwasher is because they're planning to redo the whole kitchen. Now, if that ain't some fucking X to gout, you know, kind of bullshit, I don't know what is. Movie Sign, what's going on, honey? How you doing? It's not that unusual. No, that's why everybody knew. And he was like, oh, everybody knows what it is, because it is just kind of like a form of anxiety. And you get anxious in some of those, you know, situations. Like 9 out of 10 people have some kind of anxiety, you know, whether it's like a diagnosed generalized anxiety disorder or whatever it is. A lot of people, you know, it can be anxiety inducing when you're just in a place and it's very, very crowded. And you're like, oh my God, I don't like this.
How about we just do one thing at a time?
What?
If we just start doing small improvements, eventually we can have the whole thing.
Well, no, that's what happened. The dishwasher being broken, well, you can just buy paper plates and plastic sporks. And so that's how you know, get around that. Drew, you're certainly not late, but I've been streaming for about an hour, but you're never late.
Thing fucking fixed.
But isn't he broke? Doesn't he like bitch about money all the time?
No, he's not broke. He's incredibly wealthy. Well, he should be, because he gets so much fucking money. But then
He should be wealthy. He should be incredibly wealthy, but he's not.
spends it all on fucking JPEGs of wrestlers, booze,
That's
and DoorDash.
That's actually nuts. All right, let's pound through this.
when it's going to be, but I don't know simply because it depends on when we hit our goals. 2 goals hit today, 2 goals hit tomorrow, and we're doing the pizza party on Wednesday.
Wait, 2 goals? You need
Yeah,
4
so
goals
he needs-
to eat the pizza?
He needs 10 goals to eat the pizza, Andy. So he's got 6 goals already.
What?
So yes, in order to order a Domino's pizza, he needs $1,500. Why are you surprised? This is Phil.
No,
He's
I
a
thought it
greedy-
was 1 goal.
No, man.
No
this
wonder
is...
everyone's. I remember thinking.
Hey, Mark, what's happening, honey?
Andy, okay.
I was telling
This
people
is-
how.
He could just hand wash the dishes. That's what he's married for, stupid. The dishwasher isn't broken. She just works part-time. God.
I was
The
like,
goal system
It's a terrible joke, but I'm not sorry I said it. I am a whammon. I can make a We Are the Dishwasher joke.
is actually so convoluted that maybe
I have a dishwasher. It works just fine. I'm just faster and better. Why would I use the dishwasher? I have one. Works fine. Never use it. Why would I? I am the dishwasher.
that's why he does have to explain it every fucking day, because his audience are dented as fucking can't comprehend. So, okay. So he has his daily or his stream goal, right? So it's 150, and it was as of a couple weeks ago, but now he's too lazy to even do this. So if he got $150 on a stream, which was the goal, he would eat.
Yeah, you can wash the paper plates, but it sounds like there might be like a disintegration kind of, factor. I'm canceled, then everyone can go fuck theirself. I don't care. I'm a woman, and a woman being a dishwasher joke, that's still funny. I'm sorry. It might offend some people. Sorry, not sorry. That shit's funny as
Eat a
fuck.
piece of candy for the $150.
okay.
But then that
I'm a ball buster. Everybody's fair game. If you're gonna if I make fun of you, you can make fun of me. The thing about it is that I'm not a sensitive little Susan, and I can handle it. That's all.
would count as 1 goal towards 10 goals. And every 10 goals, he'll then eat fast food. So every $1,500 gives him fast food. Every $150, you get to see him eat a piece of candy. Now, he actually owes still 4 pieces
Yeah, remember that fucking snack box that he just like fucking screwed everybody out of doing?
of candy that he refused to eat. Because
What?
apparently it was too much effort to eat the tiny piece of
Okay,
candy.
But also, I will say this, I will throw this in here. I'm married to a real man, and when he knows I've had a rough day, I don't touch a dish because they're already done. So I will say it like that because I picked good.
But anyone was like, Andy, how aren't you understanding? I understand what Ashton's saying. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it.
But then every $5,000 of support, he'll do a marathon. The most
How many?
recent
How much?
marathon, every $5,000,
Oh,
he'll do a gaming marathon
okay. In
where
total.
he'll drink alcohol.
Andy's just sitting there like, right, this shit is so fucking 220, bro.
But it's $100 a shot. And the entire time he'll complain about how he's not drunk or buzzed enough. And he needs you to give him more money
Does he cook snack pizza? No.
to drink.
He's watering it down.
He's a piece of shit.
He's watering
man.
it down.
This
Is
insane.
this true?
It's actually insane, bro.
But I believe it. No, someone was like, Andy's not understanding. No, I get it. I just don't believe it. Like, this is actually unbelievable.
Work is divided, although to be fair, I will be completely upfront and honest. I have the luxury, frankly, of working from home, and Mr. Toxic does not. So therefore, most of the house stuff falls on me. But again, I have the luxury, frankly, because I understand what I've got. I have the luxury of being able to work from home. So I like to take care of most of that, but there are times where I have really tough days. And so I don't do a damn thing. Or worst case scenario, neither one of us do anything because we've had a bad day. And you know what? We'll handle it another day. And it's okay. It's all right.
Told Patel goes, is this some advanced grifting learned helplessness inducing behavior to condition the audience to not even expect the 4 pieces of candy?
Mr. Toxic is certainly not a chef or not a cook, and that's okay.
Like, when you can't even expect this piece of shit to eat candy, what can you expect from him? It's crazy.
Whoa. Is this true? Duty says in chat, Andy, he wanted $15,000 to play
Stellar Blade.
He won, and he got it, I'm pretty sure. And then he played it for one fucking stream.
No way.
And said it was boring and turned it off.
He would have made so much money playing Stellar Blade. I'm sorry. He would have made so much fucking money if he would have just rolled with it and been like, yeah, she's hot, nice ass, and just fucking played the game.
And that nobody wanted it.
Oh my.
It's actually crazy.
He gaslit everyone into thinking that they don't like it.
Dude.
But you reached the goal.
It doesn't matter. It was an illusion of a goal. It was an illusion of choice.
Boring.
What's going on, Spoon Hurler? How you doing, honey?
Buddy, you could jack off to that game. By the way, oh, never mind. I thought I saw another. Maybe did we miss one? I think we missed one. Did
what we got? Sen did 5 subs, right?
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. We did that.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Okay? Could take longer. It could be Thursday. It could be Friday. All right? And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not controlling that.
Monty Charles gifted 5 subs and we missed it.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Master Spookums for a sub. Cave Teeth for a sub.
I can't control.
Look, a lot of people, Girl Snout Cookies, a lot of people have to take a break from the Snortex. I get it.
DoorDash killing fat wife said for a sub as well.
I'm actually I was wondering why people would be like bitching about the goal. I'm like, every show has a goal. I didn't know it was 10. No wonder everyone's so mad.
Nobody has a goal system like this.
No, that's impossible.
Shit.
Like us being like, we'll do extra show
let's
after.
Quickly watch this next one from Pigsar Animation.
Pigsar.
I really enjoy this Pig.
Can we get some big ups for Pigsar Animations? Can we get some big ups, please?
Pigsar Animation.
Okay.
Now, there are some other animators like from the past. I think what was his name, Crimson or whatever, that did like the stick drawing, the potato drawing. Those were fucking amazing.
Those are amazing. You want to give her a pill? Give her a pill.
Let's bring it back to the beginning. This I really enjoyed, and I really wanted to show this on the show when I first
I believe it's Crimson King, I think, who did the animations that we watched. But yeah, definitely some big ups to Pixar animations.
discovered it. But because we were in this deal with Phil, I couldn't. But here we have DSP as Hitler, as a cult leader.
Courageous Mode, big ups, honey.
Phil really was like this.
Okay, let's check it out.
Oh, it's so good.
It's true.
This music's like making me want to like climb a mountain. Okay. So DSP channel
I
members.
swear, every one of his pre-streams is like a cult meeting or a business meeting. Or like a combination of the two. It really is, man. It gives off like televangelist vibes, like fucking, I don't know, man. Also mixed with like a children's entertainer. It's so bizarre. Okay.
Yeah, no, it has like it's like Steve from Blue's Clues, but like in a business meeting.
Yes.
Oh, don't shit on Blue's Clues, man.
Yes.
Blues and how to make money.
About how Blue's Clues needs to sell more DVDs to those damn kids.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're only into March and season 17. Whoo.
Triumph of the swill.
The swill. Triumph of the swill, triumph of the swine, triumph of the grift. Take your pick. Here we go.
Triumph of the will. It's so funny.
King Louis, thank you for the 5 pounds, honey. Jesus is the bread, Phil is the wine.
Oh no.
The documentary of the National Socialist Dent Party.
The NSDP.
This is so funny already. Why do you look at old Looney Tunes, like old Looney Tunes, like on the VHS?
Created by Lemmy Snortenstall.
Act off,
Oh, hang on.
Pigler.
Let me put us on top here so we can read the
Act
bottom.
off, Pigler arrives in Rent. I just skip ahead a little
Yeah.
bit. If only.
This is so good.
Now, I'll say this
Yours mods assemble.
this footage doesn't really make sense because there's too many people in the audience. You know?
Yeah, there's not really that many actual dents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's-
Like Pigler!
Can't wait to see this. Kick mods. This is a parody. We're not actually.
Level 1! Podcast begins!
We're gonna have a kick
right,
mod walk in at the wrong moment
Yeah,
and be
it's
like,
not
"What?"
gonna be good for us. The curse of Phil got us home. Eva Brawny!
Who's eating?
No! Cat, no!
Oh God!
That's really good. Actoff Pigler and Ava Brawny. Oh my god. Pope Super Kame Jizzler, big ups.
Stop. You have Marshall Jasper?
Jasper DeClaude.
Is that Derek?
Derek,
You
know,
remember
man.
we had to beg him to
Oh
ban
my
Derek for like
God.
half an hour?
Buddy, the guy defended Derek more than his own wife.
Sure did. Sure fucking did. Because only one of those would the detractors win. He didn't give a fuck about what Triple P was saying about his wife. All he knew was if he banned Derek, the detractors would get a precious little dubski.
Oh my
He
god.
put up more of a defense of this guy than he did when I called his wife fat.
Yep.
Yeah, like, bro, it was like half an hour, please.
Es spricht der Führer.
This animation is fucking Kino, bro.
Unity through tips. It is unrealistic because he never leaves the house. That's a good catch.
Morning, everybody.
Unity through tip.
I'm Darkside Phil, and I'm here to take over the world. During World War II, the Nazis, that's right, the Third Reich, actually won the war. Today, right here.
This is AI, right?
Let's go!
Is this AI? Like,
No, this is what he said.
okay.
I'm going to be as honest
on
and
the
transparent with you as
politics
possible.
stream.
I need help
Yes.
today. Here's why. I have 2 very large bills that come due. So, I don't have...
I kind of miss the two big bills gimmick. I gotta say, I kind of miss two big bills.
I don't have
Two
money to pet
very
supplies.
large
This is the
bills.
day.
Hey,
I have
hey,
one.
listen,
Bro,
folks.
when
I
you're
gotta-
begging for pet supplies, isn't it time to get a job?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Jesus.
One day a week where I have a meal with my wife. I want to get to a point in my life where it's not like this. We were getting there last year when Twitch fucked me. You guys have no idea. No, you really don't. You have no idea how bad it hurt me last year. I was making $5,000 in profit every month. I need your help today. I do. I need to be hitting support goals. I have to. If I don't hit my support goals for today, I don't have enough funds for tomorrow. And I don't.
Okay, are you really like living paycheck to paycheck on a daily basis?
He
Does it-
was, though. He used to call it the liquidity of his business.
What?
Yes. So he needed to get tips through PayPal so that he had daily liquidity. Because he wasn't just living like paycheck to
Tips are the liquidity of my business.
paycheck every 2 weeks. He was living every day.
Isn't that- it's like Ralph life?
No, even Ralph doesn't live
Even
like
Ralph
that.
has more money, exactly.
Gefausted has gifted 5
Wow,
subs.
thank you for the support. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I don't want to talk about this. I'm fucking pissed. I'm actually fucking upset that I have to bring this shit up. It was because of the direct actions of scumbags that screwed me over. And
Oh yeah, it's always the fucking detractor's fault you aren't making
You're
money.
scumbag.
Yeah, it's always their fault. Yeah, yeah,
in a
yeah.
position where I had to start talking about, I need help, I need support, please support crowdfunding, blah, blah, blah. You know, if I stream today and I hit none of the goals, I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll be going grocery shopping. I guess we're gonna eat a lunch meat sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Ah.
Whoa, the horror!
Ah.
It's not like, by the way, he's eating like rice for every meal.
Yeah, he should have said rice
You know,
and
like
black
that's
beans.
actual like poverty is having to eat like rice, and if you have it like hot sauce, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
right, like there's a point where I was so poor I was eating white rice with fucking hot sauce.
Yeah, when I was poor, I was
No,
like
Phil-
noodles and
Oh,
shit.
oh
yeah.
God, heaven forbid I have to eat a fucking lunch meat sandwich. Oh no.
I was like, I invested in like protein powder. So I would eat noodles and then like drink a protein powder with water. Like sometimes you have to do what you have to do, man.
You know, for our day off. Can't even have a meal out or nothing.
Oh no!
No, he can't. He can't eat out. The horror. Oh. Like this is a guy, by the way, with he's like playing video games every day,
Right.
and he expects to live like a 5-star life, bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
The point I'm making here is simple. I'm not asking for anyone to go
I'm a big whiny pussy. Yeah, we know, bro. We know.
above and beyond their means. I'm not asking for anything that makes you uncomfortable. I'm just saying if you like the content and you've been thinking about contributing and you
No,
have
all he's saying is that if he doesn't get money, he's gonna starve. You know, I'm not really twisting anybody's wrist here. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying that, I'm going to die. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna starve to death.
I'm sure they're going hungry. How?
right. Let's go
Please
back
do.
to that. I've seen enough of this. It's
The
pretty
parody
funny.
is good. The parody was good, but let's go. Let's finish that. This
All right,
video.
let's finish this video.
When he was trying to like fucking.
Then we'll
sneak
do
kiss
August the
you.
Duck, and then we'll actually start our regular show.
Wow.
At 3 hours in.
A real
So-
show.
For what? For what reason? I mean, in my opinion, that's just bad business.
No.
You
It was-
making.
And
Go ahead.
listen, it was good business. I'll just quickly again recap. If I was doing literally anything else, I would be making more money than I was making on Smart Guys.
Yeah.
You know that's a fact. You know that is nothing but fact.
It's just a fact, and it was proven last night when I did a show with Steve, and the one show I did with Steve grossed me more money in one night than I made in a month doing Smart Guys with Phil.
In fact, our
It's
show
bad
tonight
business.
has made more money than when we had Phil on,
Yes.
or when we were on Phil's show because he didn't
Yes.
pay us anything.
Yes.
Not even saying if you like me or you don't, or I like them or I don't.
Shocker that he didn't share the, hundreds of dollars that he made with the people.
We were actually doing stuff together that was working, that was getting attention. Even Smart Guys.
No, it
Then
wasn't.
what the thing is, if that's the case, then why are you being such a douchebag, Phil? Like, why do you have no gratitude? Why are you so difficult to work with and soul sucking? Why then? Come on, man.
Did he ever offer us a cut? Duty, are you high? Ash, Duty just asked if he got a cut. Did he ask? No. No.
Right. Did he ever offer a cut of his money? Are you fucking like, what? No.
No, of course not.
No.
That's the craziest question he's ever asked in
In fact, half the time when they did Smart Guys, Ashton just told him to keep the fucking money.
their chat.
To the extent that it was working, was still working. It wasn't blowing up and making thousands of dollars a show, but we were getting good views.
So wait a minute.
How many views
But
did you
what-
get,
wasn't
by the
he-
way, on Smart Guys?
Like 3,000 maybe.
No, live viewers.
Oh, maybe 300, maybe 400.
So not even our first part of our cold open,
Yeah.
like the first song, the first 5-minute thing.
Yeah.
We get about 800 on that thing. Okay.
We were getting some money, so why burn that bridge?
He goes, we were getting some money.
Listen, Phil.
Because these dudes make more money than you, bro. That's why.
Because it's so exhausting dealing with you, Phil. It's so negative, and I'm a pretty negative guy. If you haven't noticed, like, I'm pretty critical about a lot of things. Like, I spurg out and scream and get angry about shit.
No, it's not a last minute stream on my end. It's just I didn't know that all this was going to happen over the course of the week. So I wanted to get into like the history of Philifer. I was digging around on DSP Reacts and found videos from like 10, 12 years ago. And so I was just going to go through and like, brush up on some of the lore and watch some of his like old crappy videos or whatever. That was honestly what today was supposed to be about. But because Kino did a show last night and we learned some interesting things, I'm going over the clips from Kino. Because honestly, you got to strike while the iron cuck is hot, and Kino's what's going on.
And criticize people. But Phil took it to a whole other level of just a black hole of negativity and learned helplessness and just sadness that it was just unbearable, especially when he started in these last couple weeks really dumping on me about his personal issues, about Kat yelling at him.
I don't understand why he gets mad for someone else making fun of his wife. He doesn't give a fuck that Triple P was saying anything about his wife. He doesn't care. What was beginning to bother him and get to him was the Grill Phil segments during the Smart Guys show. And, the last time that they did it, he got called out. He got his ass handed to him. He got, shoot a new asshole. And he was made to look really bad. And the he could tell that everything was going the way of these, it grill Phil segments. The fact that Triple P was like, Kat's a fat bitch and, blah, blah, blah. It was just an easy out for DSP because he doesn't have the balls to say, I don't want to do the show anymore. So.
And,
What did she yell What did she yell at him about? Tell us.
Here we go.
In these last couple weeks, really dumping on me about it.
Some of the texts that Triple P was getting from Phil. This is some interesting information.
With negativity and learned helplessness. And
let's just start all the way over.
If you haven't noticed, like, I'm pretty critical about a lot of things. Like, I spurg out and scream and get angry about shit and criticize people. But Phil took it to a whole other level of just a black hole of negativity and learned helplessness and just sadness that it was just unbearable, especially when he started in these last couple weeks really dumping on me about his personal issues, about Kat yelling at him, and,
What did she yell at him about? Tell us.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah, Kat a number of times has yelled at Phil.
About what?
And he's told me, well, one of them was when Steve fucking felted Phil. And I guess Kat just fucking tore into. She didn't know until the next day when she, I guess, overheard Phil talking about it the next day during the pre-stream. And then fucking.
Why was she yelling? You're pathetic with that. Like, what was the?
Yeah, I mean, she was like, "Are you fucking stupid? You promised me you would never do this again after the side scrollers interview."
Oh, she'll be mad about this, huh?
You fucking idiot! You stupid, like.
She's gonna get so mad about this. Is there any other times she yelled at him for something? What about ordering food? Did she like? All right, go. Tell us one more.
Let's
move
on. It's being it's nasty.
Okay.
It's nasty.
Okay.
It's too far.
It'll be drip fed apparently. Okay.
I don't understand. That
yeah.
doesn't make sense to me because I'm not burning any bridges here.
You
burned like literally the last bridge you had. So yeah, apparently I and a lot of other people could be, it completely wrong. I'm over here thinking that like she is submissive and just letting him do whatever the fuck, he wants to do. He might be just completely fucking, whipped, by her. Although to be fair, after what happened on Side Scrollers, it was pretty fucking stupid to do the Truth Seekers thing. It really was stupid.
Like Ashton's face.
And yet she's still with him. She don't have enough money or anything to go be on her own.
Burn the bridge
on it. You draw an X. By the way, you're attacking a drama show. You don't think Ashton would retaliate in any way at all?
Listen, he could have figured this out with me in a reasonable way, but he chose to escalate this to a, and I'm just have to defend myself from his escalations, Andy.
So that's really something. Yeah, Lex, thank you for the 2 Lechero depiction, of Ket was correct. So he might be getting some stern fucking talkings too. I don't know.
PPP is the one burning the bridges.
Yeah, this is really gonna hurt him for sure.
He's the one.
The door is still open, Phil, if you'll but apologize. And then I don't have to do this to you. You're making me do this to you,
Even
Phil.
if he apologizes, please
Phil,
spit on him.
Phil,
Andy's like, no, dude, even if he apologizes, please, no, please.
Just put me in a self-defense scenario. I'm backed into a corner.
Saying the toxic stuff. He's the one bringing up my wife.
I guess Phil is just like everyone's bitch. So I had this like totally fucking wrong. Subaru Man said Kat was angry and could fly off the handle at minor stuff. Well, it may or may not be true. I don't think that this dumbass doing a second interview was necessarily, minor, but like you would yell at this guy too. Like he's such a fucking, he's an idiot. You know what I mean? But I thought, he's such a weak, tiny, pathetic, insecure man that truly he would like rule over his relationship with an iron fist, because we see what he does with his chat, his audience, and how he tries to, hurt the detractors and everything. And I thought, surely he just attempts to do the same, but maybe not.
Which he apologizes for, says he knows it's wrong, and it does it again anyway.
It does explain why he treats his audience like that. I don't think he has no power, but I don't know. But you have to admit, if you were dealing with somebody and you saw what happened to them on side scrollers, and apparently he didn't tell her he was going to go on that show. That Truth Seekers show, apparently he never said he was going to go on there. And then she overheard it and was like, what, are you fucking stupid? I mean, you can say that maybe she has an anger problem, or she lashes out or gets angry or whatever about like petty shit or, it whatever. But you got to admit, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Retard alert.
I don't understand how he could do that.
Oh, man.
Wacky Shocks has gifted another 10 subs.
Let's go. I keep walking into this wall and it keeps hurting my forehead.
And he doesn't understand is like, that's the worst way to get a troll to stop doing something, is to tell them that it bothers you and just
His parents want him off the internet. I bet she does too. I bet.
stop doing it.
I agree, Steve, 100%. I'm seeing some of these things differently. You get these little bits, Triple P doesn't share much, but some of the stuff that he does share, it's like, it changes my speculating and some of these dynamics, I feel a little bit.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to stop doing it. The whole point is to bother you.
He's the one ending it, not me. It's through his actions that this is all coming to fruition, not mine.
It's your actions.
Did he
that
think
lets
you were Mr. Rogers?
Oh, he really did, man. He's the kindliest, most wonderful man. Monty Charles has gifted 5
Subs. Big support. Thank you. Thank you.
So I don't get it.
Thank you, guys.
I don't. It makes me scratch my head. But then again, I
Still want receipts of all of this. I'm pretty sure Triple P has them. I don't know if he'll ever share them, but I'm pretty sure he's got them.
the older I get, I realize that not everyone is me.
What do you
Well, thank fuck for that.
mean?
What?
Older you get, you realize that not everyone is you. Shouldn't you learn that when you're, I don't know, like 5?
When you're a baby?
Like, you know what I mean?
I've always thought that Jasper was Kat's idea. Phil doesn't want kids. He doesn't want animals. He doesn't want anything that's a responsibility, or anything like that. I think that he probably went along with it. Now I'm realizing maybe he got bullied into it. But make no mistake, the little bell and the little bows and everything, it for the cat. She wanted a cat, and he just went with it. I hold to that till this day. He didn't want Jasper, and then used him to milk $2,000 out of people.
Like, that's one of the very first things that you're going to learn is that everybody isn't you. Like,
He thought he was you? You were him? Chat?
I don't know.
Not
Is
everyone
it schizophrenia?
sees things the way I see. Not everyone has the same perspective as me, and that's
And again, let's all just thank fuck for that.
okay. Everyone's from a
Thank God not everyone's as fucking stupid as you.
different walk of life. And like I said, different places, different age ranges.
Well, I was speculating in my own brain, the cat, the bunny, maybe she wants the animals because he won't have children. Not that animals are children. I'm not trying to compare the two, but there might be, the bunny has passed on, unfortunately. But Jasper is still there. So here's the thing. We thought something might have been going on with Jasper, but here's the thing. If we would have known about the bunny, we would have guessed it, because a lot of people said maybe something's going on with Jasper. So in a way, we did kind of guess what was making him so depressed. So apparently it was the bunny.
It's all different.
We haven't even gotten there yet. We'll do the bunny one next.
Correct? So be it. If that's
Silent Ones has gifted 50 subs.
Holy shnikes, 50 subs. That's a lot.
What the fuck?
Huge.
Yes.
Woo!
Jesus. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat.
Let's fucking go.
Silent
Let's
Ones.
get some
Fuck
subs.
yeah. Fuck yeah. And Monty Charles for 5.
Let's get some subs. You just got some subs. What's wrong with you?
5 subs. Forgot if we shouted that out, but thank you guys. Thank you. Damn, Ashton. Silent Ones, man. 07s.
how he wants it, he can have his way, but I'm just not going to waste my time on it. I've got better things to do
No,
than to get into an
doesn't.
internet.
By the way, look at how sad he is, man.
Of
He can
course.
try and pretend it doesn't affect him, but bro, this is like the look you'd get if your fucking dog died or your girlfriend dumped you, something like that. This guy
I know some people, find, Triple P a little, over the top.
is sad, bro.
Pathetic.
He thought
Here's the thing. If you have to deal with Phil and you're married to Phil and you got to deal with him on the daily, you would rather have a cat and a bunny and a hamster and whatever the fuck else than having actual children.
you got a friend in me.
I wouldn't want to leave the house and go to work, leaving a cat and a bunny, but I would rather go to work every day and leave a cat and a bunny behind, hoping that maybe I could leave some food and water down for both of them or something like that, than 2 small children. Because for God's sake,
You've got
he'd just lose one of them. He'd be like, where'd one of them motherfuckers go? Oh, hell, well, they'll come out when they're hungry.
a friend in me.
So this is pretty much the end of that one. I know it was a long clip. We probably won't get to too much else today. So
You want me to expose Phil for the
100.
day
I'm just kidding,
why
just kidding.
he did not beg? Well, we already
I do have to say, this is a clip from Duty, so big ups to Duty. And this is another part of the show. There might be some overlapping here or whatever, but I don't think that there is. So this talks about the bunny.
got the money for this
I know, I'm
reveal.
kidding.
The day he didn't beg, there's gonna be a hell yeah! And he was sad and he was depressed.
I
And
remember that.
Yeah, that whole thing that we've been looking at was a nearly hour-long clip. That was from Snort Hogan. So big ups to Snort Hogan. If you're not subbed, then you should be. And then this clip is from Duty.
it was just like his whole life was shaken up and shattered. This is gonna blow detractors' minds. So Dark Side Phil has a secret menagerie of exotic animals. I'm
What?
not kidding. I'm serious.
Wait,
So
wait.
and I'm not just talking about his pig wife, okay? Or his son Jasper the cat. He has a menagerie of exotic pets.
Okay, what does he
And-
have?
Well, we won't expose all of the pets
come
that
on,
Phil
come on,
has
come on.
because we're gonna drip feed. But this is apparently where a lot of the money has been going to
Wait,
is to
what?
the King Zoo
Okay.
project.
May I ask
And it turned-
questions? Like exotic? Are we talking tigers or parrots or Amazonian fish?
Anonymous
Really?
Prime says this is bullshit. Well, listen, he described them as exotic pets. I don't really think they're that exotic. but let's let the mystery build to Phil's illegal zoo. Of
We'll have
exotic
more.
pets.
We'll have more. Don't worry,
Okay.
folks. Ashton
So-
showed me a few of it. It's actually some of it gets really dark, and even I'm like, that's...
Wacky Shucks for
tough.
10 subs
go.
and Honky Kong for 5 subs. So,
Name one of the exotic facts, please.
so this is what it's a rabbit.
Oh, he's got
So Phil has a rabbit,
nice.
or rather, he had a rabbit.
Oh,
And this rabbit, Phil loved this rabbit. He said it was a substitute for having kids, that he loved this rabbit as though he would love his child. And that's why during that Call of Duty marathon that he was having, where he kept leaving over and over again, I think it was the Call of Duty marathon.
me, you.
But it was
oh,
that,
So I can't figure out if it was the Call of Duty one, the pizza party, or was it the Five Nights at Freddy's one? I don't remember too much. It doesn't matter, but I'm trying to figure it out. I might go back and try to find those and watch them. So he's making a zoo in his house. No. Have you ever heard the stories about he feeds all the animals in the backyard? He feeds all the squirrels and the birds and the, whatever. That's what he's talking about when he says, he's got a menagerie of animals. It's the animals in the backyard.
In the armor? We were in the armor?
Yeah, no, it was a different. It was
Oh.
like last week, I think.
Okay.
It was during this time that the rabbit was really, really sick,
Oh, that's
and
sad.
Phil was having to feed the rabbit with an eyedropper and all this stuff.
That's sad.
But you gotta see, he's laying all of this stuff on me. You know what I mean? He's laying this on me.
So he's
laying
using it as a guilt trip. Hey man,
Yes.
don't make fun of me because you have a whole
Exactly.
list of shit. Like he used it as hostage, bait, basically. You were held
Basically.
hostage. Like, oh my god, you want proof? I'm sure he's got DMs. He's got-
Oh yeah. I mean,
We
I
got
could.
the
So
DMs,
anyway,
relax.
the
Well,
reason why he was apparently so depressed and all this stuff is because the rabbit died, and so because the rabbit died, he was really, really depressed.
And that's why I think he was so depressed on Tuesday. And that's why I think it was the FNAF marathon. I think that's why we got 30 minutes of gameplay. And again, I'm not shitting on Triple P. I just, and I could totally be wrong, but I think it was the FNAF marathon because then when he came back on Tuesday, that was the day that he didn't beg and there was no podcast and there was no smart guys. And because he was upset about the rabbit.
He was really, really sad, and that's why he didn't beg.
Why does he hide these pets?
Well, so the reason why he hides the pets is because he doesn't want the detractors knowing about the pets.
Why? The rabbit, who cares?
Well, he believes the detractors could score an internet W against him about his care of the pets or his treatment for the pets.
What?
And he has a lot. He says he has a lot of different animals that no one knows about.
Does he have a turtle?
So now I'm conflicted. Is it the animals in the backyard? Because he's talked about going and getting things to feed the animals in the backyard with, but now he says he has a lot of animals. Does he mean the animals in the backyard? Are there other animals in his house? And we weren't apparently allowed to know about the rabbit because now that the rabbit has passed away, we would criticize his care for the rabbit. I mean, you heard it from Triple P. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but does anything that Phil says ever make any sense?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think he has. But yeah, it's just like
I was thinking about buying a turtle, actually.
Does he have a turtle?
Can I just tell you
But Harry,
Okay, because Ashton, I was really, and we have more
Catch it. It's slowly getting away.
stuff. Don't worry, Ashton will be drip feeding all the info. Don't worry, there's a lot to go through. We're not done. But this show's going to be kind of long, and we already had a big show. We had an 8-hour planned show before any of this came up, by the way, just so you all know. Now, here's the thing is, Ashton, your charity, this, that, da-da-da. He spit.
I'm still confused as to whether or not the rabbit was in the house or not. Maybe it wasn't, and then they brought it in when it got sick. And then when he said shit happened on his day off, was that when they had to bring the rabbit in, take it to an emergency vet, get a bunch of crap? Were they just feeding? Did they actually go out and buy the bunny? I don't know.
Spits on you. He makes fun of you in the tweet, basically. And then basically, this guy has always complained about Keemstar. And then he spits on you after all the charity
because
you gave him.
he's a jilted lover. This is the thing is it was like a relationship. You know, like how a teenage girl will get a new boyfriend to make her old boyfriend jealous after she gets dumped. This was Phil's idea with Keemstar. You're like, I'm going to go to Keemstar, guys, and you'll see Keemstar knows how to do real content, this, that, and the other. And it's like, Phil, Keemstar's not going to baby you. Keemstar's not going to powder your ass, wipe your ass for you, treat you like a fucking child. Like, Keemstar will own your ass, bro. He's not going to have the patience to deal with your nonsense.
Right.
If you're going to work for Keemstar, Phil, he's going to be the fucking boss, and he's going to tell you how it's going to be. And he'll put you through humiliation ritual after humiliation ritual after humiliation ritual, and you're not going to get the ownership, you're not going to get $50,000, you aren't going to get fucking shit, but none of that's even going to happen. What I do find interesting too is him entertaining the idea of getting a replacement for me on Smart Guys.
Why? Like,
And
what? Oh,
I
Ralph?
really want him to get Ralph.
Do we have the Ralph video? Do we have the Ralph video?
I would be so fucking happy if Phil just fully embraces the sector and teams up with Ralph. That would be the ultimate revenge on Phil, because Phil doesn't know what he's getting into with that.
Buddy.
It'd be so funny. It'd be so good, and it would all be worthwhile if Phil signed up with Ralph and Mersh.
And called?
Apparently,
He had rabbits when he was a kid. I feel like I've heard something about that. I feel like at some point I caught a piece of that lore.
oh, it's no, Cog's upset. Cog's upset. We'll get to that in a minute.
We have Cog
But
today.
Ralph and Mersh, the 3-man wrestling show with Phil, is maybe the most Kino idea I've ever heard of. They don't realize, though, also that it'll just be so fucking boring, and the Phil will force it to be boring as well.
He doesn't want to do any of like, so it's like, okay, the idea is the wrestling show is a platform for like people who wouldn't normally do a show together to do a show, right? And then therefore now we start putting out the jokes, the tractor stuff. Like, how about this, Phil? You fucking retard! Remember when you were king of hate? Like, you were actually kind of funny back then.
Well,
But now
I
you
saw
become-
something.
Ugh.
He's so sterile and so neutered and so castrated. He's so worried about upsetting anybody or being controversial in
He showed them in one of his old vlogs. I might have to go digging around to see if that still exists. Big ups, I appreciate that.
any way or being canceled, that he's just turned himself into a complete weird robot alien jabroni that nobody could possibly find compelling or interesting in any way whatsoever. And it's like, if we got the Phil that called Justine a whore that gets gangbanged by EA executives to get her job, if we got the Phil that was like saying, hello, Jew, if
Hello,
we got
Jew.
the if we got the Phil that was just dunking on people who sent him Xbox Live video messages,
And he made fun of them?
and,
Yeah.
and just making fun of them and just being a ruthless piece of shit, then we would be super, super excited. We would be like, yes, this is awesome. And he would have had a real resurgence. Our fans would have supported him. And if he did a political show where he didn't just fence sit and he actually chose a side and tried to argue out his
It's not sad. It's not sad to watch a lot of old Tevin videos. Tevin's a shit.
positions, maybe he took callers to debate him on politics or guests, it would have blown up and our fans would have supported it. But he chose what he thought was the safe path, which was actually the most dangerous path that was total failure. If you never take any risks, you can never succeed and you can never win. And the reason why he told me, as I said this on Steve's show last night, why he told me he could no longer be a heel or be a bad guy or say controversial or crazy things that would actually entertain people is because he said to me, my wife, she's dying. She's
What?
very, very sick. Yeah. I said this on
Yeah, so Kat is dying, apparently. She's very, very sick and she's dying.
Steve's show last night. I mean, Phil
I
told
listened
me
to half of it, so
his wife has
nothing.
severe chronic illnesses. She's been having to go to tons of medical
is
appointments.
this true?
I don't know. This is what Phil told me. And he told me this like within about a month or two of us partnering up. And he told me if I ever talked about this, he would never talk to me again. The thing is, he revealed this stuff on his own show yesterday, that his wife has all these medical issues. And I know some of them specifically.
This is pure manipulation. I don't believe it. Let's see the fucking
You know
notes.
what I
like,
mean? Like,
doctor's letters.
this is the thing is I just feel like a lot of this was like emotional manipulation. And in a way, when he first revealed this stuff to me about how his wife, like he has terminal illness and stuff like this, I couldn't help but be very sympathetic. And
yeah,
I
that's
think
sad if it's
I
real.
think I said something to him to the effect of, I'm going to support you. I'm going to help things turn around for you. Don't worry, I've got it. I've got you,
And then he
bro.
spits on you.
You know, like, and that's the thing. Like, he just didn't have any gratitude for the support I gave him. I kept this stuff, you know.
I don't think that Triple P shared a lot of this with Andy because he knows that Andy can't fucking, stand him. So Kat is not terminal. She's still going to work and stuff like that. So, but here's the thing. We don't know exactly what Phil told Triple P, and Triple P might be exaggerating, might be, whatever. Again, I'm not necessarily calling him a liar or anything, but I don't necessarily think that she's terminal, but I do think that she has a lot of health problems, and I do believe that she's, fairly sick.
And the thing is, so his wife, because she has these illnesses where there's a good chance she's going to die, has become religious. She's rediscovered her religious roots and
Okay.
her background, and she's trying to get Phil to be more religious, which Phil isn't really about the religion and stuff like this, but he feels like he has to maintain a public perception of being a good guy or a nice guy for his wife because she, is going to pass. So,
Okay, if that's true, I'm sad and I'm sorry. Like, it's not nice for anyone.
But the thing is any of this actually true?
But
That
here's
the
the thing,
guy is.
Austin.
That's really what we have to ask, ourselves, because we have to remember that, PPP is only telling us what Phil told him. So we know what we can do with a lot of that. You got to take it with like the biggest grain of salt that ever like salted anywhere. That's just the way it is.
Telling me?
Look, we all have our own personal tales, our own personal things behind. I don't go to Ashton with like this, like depressing.
Don't lay this shit on me. Like, don't lay this shit on me because
work
I don't.
is work, right? Work is work.
Bro,
you got to be in the right.
It was in these last few weeks where he really, and especially this.
I really think, especially the stuff that he told PPP at the very beginning, I think was very genuine. I think Phil, albeit very briefly, I think that Phil really thought that he found a friend in Ashton. And I mean, people like Phil he shares some stuff, obviously, but not everything. And people like Phil there's no friends, there's no family, there's nobody. So as soon as someone comes along who will attempt to befriend you, people like Phil see that, latch on to it. We've heard these guys say he's needy, he's clingy, he's always messaging, he's always this, he's always that. We know that once Phil finds somebody who he thinks is a friend, he latches on, he clings, and then just kind of spills his guts. And that's typically what people like this do. They think they find somebody who they can confide in. So I don't know if I believe all of it. And I think it would be very naive of everyone to believe all of it, but I think it would be naive to not think at least some of it was true. The truth lies probably somewhere in the middle. But if he was telling PPP some of the stuff about his wife early on, there probably is something going on. I don't know that she's terminal or anything like that. But that's hard to say. I thought when they did the co-op, I thought for half a second that maybe her hair was so short because maybe at some point she had chemo. And then, you lose your hair when you get the chemo stuff, but then your hair grows back. But then maybe she just decided to keep it short. I don't know. I have no idea about any of this. It's all speculation, but I'm an estrogen-filled woman who loves to speculate. I don't know. But she could very well have some medical, health problems and some mental health problems as well.
This week,
Phil strikes me as the kind of person who would discourage their partner from going to therapy.
Where I'll be honest, I probably would have just apologized to him about the wife stuff.
It also could have been a wig, but she did have that was her on that twirls and curls picture or whatever, and she had the short hair. Again, I'm speculating. I don't, have any idea, but
And
then he spit on you.
Most people who are larger know that those short hairstyles are not necessarily, the best for them. But maybe it's just for maintenance, It's super easy to have hair that short. When I was in my 20s and I thought I was going to be a punk and I was so cool and everything, I have very long hair. I chopped off all my hair. I had hair about like hers because I thought I was some fucking cringy edgelord, So it is very easy to maintain hair that short, but I don't know.
Talked about his wife, but it got to the point where it's just like I kind of wanted out of this. Because it started to get real fucking weird. It started to get super, super fucking weird. Like laying on like personal detail after personal detail after personal detail about his life and the things that he was going through and why I should feel bad for him. And, I feel like it was all to get me to stop grilling him on Grill Phil, which is crazy because it was the most entertaining thing. And I don't really think it actually hurt him or his business in any real way. I actually think it was helping him and drawing more attention to him and more viewership, and the show was doing good money. So, I was actually trying to kind of be his friend last week and lay out to him some hard truths about his life and about his business and, try and get through to him, because privately, by the way, I've had these conversations with him, and privately, like, what he'll do is he'll just like clam up and he won't talk. And it feels like I'm talking to a brick fucking wall. And so
Because you are, essentially. I mean, we all know that.
I thought maybe if I tried to have an intervention in public with the guy,
Yeah.
and he could see how other people were reacting to it, he could see the truth of what I was saying, and he might like figure it out, but he wouldn't figure it out. And
Yeah.
so it's like,
Well, but Ash, you have the patience of a saint. Here's why I got out like a few months ago, and I'm like, okay, I hope you can figure something out with him. But he was like DMing me, and I just started just ignoring, because every time I brought up anything, it was like, I'll think about it. It's like, you'll think about it. How many favors do we have to do before you say yes? Listen, if fucking PewDiePie offered us a platform, sir, how may we help you?
I mean, I wouldn't say that we're on that same level as PewDiePie, but
I'm just saying,
we really did help Phil to the point where, there was $40,000-$50,000 that Phil made basically directly from our support and our fans' support, and he pissed it all away. We sent thousands of people over to Phil, and he managed to retain none of them.
He banned all of them.
Well, he banned a lot of them too, because he couldn't roll with the banter and have fun. And the thing is, if he just embraced the detractor memes and rolled with the punches and had fun, yes, there still would be a lot of hardcore people that fucking still hated him.
Oh, for
but
sure.
The majority of people would probably be like, have a new respect for him, treat him better. They might still make fun of him, but if Phil was less seething and bitter about it, it would go better for him. And maybe some of them would become supporters again or fans, but he just doesn't get it.
Anyone who's saying, they're like, oh, you're snaking him, anti-snakes, CPP snakes. He snaked us.
Constantly.
He snaked us a million times. And then, by the way, we'd have him on. Oh, those guys are drama mongers. I don't do what they do. Trying to act better than us after we helped him. You spit on our faces constantly.
Ghostballs nails it here. He says, that's why I never got into Phil or hating him, because he's too boring to A-log. Phil is just a bland, beige, buck-broken, felted mannequin husk of a human being. And that's the thing, is like, Phil really is just any sort of outside observer anyway, just so fucking boring, just a black hole of content, total non-tent, total charisma vacuum. But if you are in his orbit, if you're watching his streams for long enough, you will discover why people hate him. You will discover why he really is a total fucking piece of shit.
I had no idea.
I
had no idea.
Once I started actually paying attention to him, it was just like, whoa, buddy.
Here's the best example. So I had barely heard about him before we started talking to him. I feel like we were personality catfished, because every clip I saw was funny, making fun of people. Hello, Jew. Funny racial jokes, like really funny stuff. I feel like we were personality catfished. Because
they were personality catfished. 64-bit Ben, as a work-from-home style individual who is terminally ill, Kat could easily get a job from home if she wanted to. Phil isn't lying, just catching up now. Well, I'm certainly very sorry to hear that, 64-bit Ben. That's terrible. My thoughts and prayers to you. She could get something where she worked, from home. I'm not, sure what you do. And of course you don't have to share that with us, but sometimes when you work from home, not all the time, but sometime you have to maybe have a certain, set of skills, but
came in and it was like, this isn't the guy that what? This is fucking shit.
And it's like, listen, you have an opportunity here to really go off and be free with what you say what you want, be entertaining. There's a whole new audience here for you to gain. And he just had zero appreciation for it whatsoever.
Well, I mean, are we surprised? Are we surprised that he had zero appreciation? He could have made something happen with side scrollers. Nope. Could have made something happen with Keemstar. Nope. Could have actually done something maybe kind of sort of okay with the React channel or the Throwback channel or the politics thing. I mean, are we fucking shocked that every time something like this starts to happen, in less than a year, it's fucking over?
Because the thing is, he believes he's entitled to it, and he believes he's entitled to other people doing things for him, and he has to do nothing in return. And that's just not the way the world works, Phil. You are not the center of the world. But he does have narcissism. It's a deadly cocktail with dark side, Phil. We all know this. It's autism, it's narcissism, and it's alcoholism and addictive personality disorder combined to create this fucking guy who in his entire life he's never had to live in the real world. He's been coddled by his parents, he's been coddled by his audience. He doesn't understand consequences, and he believes that he's the center of the world. Everything revolves around him. He's the star. Everybody must cater to him and bow to him.
That is true. To work from home, she would need somewhat of a quiet environment. That motherfucker don't ever leave the house.
His
So
whims, but it's just not so.
Big
He's
Dog does,
actually
too.
a total fucking nobody. Well, that's the crazy thing.
Well,
He
Ash,
can't.
Isn't
He
it
acts
weird?
like he's
He
the big
never
dog
followed
of
us
the world.
back on Twitter. He never followed me
Oh,
on Twitter.
fuck. Well, why would he?
But
He's the king. I don't.
He DM'd me every fucking night about, or like every other night about whatever. And then I'm like, one day I'm like, is he not following me? Okay.
yeah, he was like blowing up both of these dudes, texting them all the time. I think Andy stepped out, pretty quick. He was like, nope, it is fuck this shit o'clock, not doing this.
Hey, you know, like that's kind of fucking weird. Like, and then I mentioned it to him, and then he still never followed me. And I'm like, I'm done with this fucking guy. I thought he'd be our Bobo, Opie and Anthony. He'd be our fucking Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. I thought he'd be someone funny. Look, bros, imagine this. 4-camera shoot, DSLR, amazing lighting, fucking cool background, fucking lie detector test. With Ashton grilling him, me behind the machine doing the thing. How funny would that be? No, because that's kind of... What do you mean, no? That would be viral. That would be every fucking big show, every fucking documentary would put that in. Like, I don't understand.
500 people watching this right now? Oh, holy shit. No way. Lies, I'm getting trolled. Well, big ups. I appreciate it.
How he doesn't fucking like see what you know what you are online, okay? Like Ralph knows alcoholic, fucking yelling, hollering hog, and he leans into it, and that's
Well,
why.
no, he doesn't. I mean, that's actually part of the problem with Ralph.
Well, he changed
is that
it. He changed it. That's
yeah,
why.
he tries to avoid what he actually is instead of actually just embracing
If
it.
he
Now,
embraced it, he'd be way
nobody
better.
gives a fuck. Yeah, he'd be way better off. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to embrace what you are. You know, you have to accept it. Phil is a lol cow. Like he definitely is one. But he doesn't want to accept it. He believes, and this is what he said to me a few weeks ago, is he says, I want to have respect. He says to me, he goes, listen, I used to have clout back in the day. I used to make videos about...
Oh, Jesus Christ. I want respect. I used to have clout. This is a dude who was like, hey, by the way, did you know that like 15 years ago, I was a big deal? So instead of the bullshit of like, you know, you go out somewhere, you see the celebrity and they're like, don't you know who I am? Phil fucking talks to people and is like, you know, I should just get your respect. Don't you know who I was 15 years ago for a hot minute? Go fuck yourself, douchebag.
About the Stop Online Piracy Act, SOPA and PIPA that got hundreds of thousands of views, and people used to listen to my opinions. And he said, I'm actually a smart guy.
No.
I actually do have opinions on things, but nobody will take me seriously anymore.
No one will take you seriously, and you've shown us your opinions. You've told us your opinions. And no, fucking hard pass, bro. No, they're shitty. This man has the shittiest takes I've ever heard in my life.
More, and I really wish I could regain that respect and have clout again. And it's just delusional. Like nobody is going to respect his opinions
Even
whatsoever.
Even as a lol cow, our editor was just like, every time you guys do DSP and I post it, it's the lowest rated
the thing is,
video.
his takes were dog shit. Like his political takes, he honestly had no idea what he was talking about. And not even in the sense of a lot of political commentators who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, but at least they know enough to get by. They know the basics of, you know, which political party has what positions and what platform. And, you know, they have some comprehension of ideology, stuff like that. He had no clue what he was talking about.
So
This is a topic that I've
sorry,
talked about.
Charlie. Can't watch you. Much as I wish I could, I do love that is the way that my channel goes. Is right to Charlie.
Phil
100.
That's pretty good. So I was only going to go for a couple of hours. We've hit that mark, but fuck it. I do have one more.
Well, let me tell you something,
Snort
brother.
Hogan.
Snort,
Big up Sir Moist, but we can't right now.
I got the drip. Go.
I would say go sub to Sir Moist, but all of us already fucking are. I know we are. So this is another little rip from the Kino last night.
And we are calling for TPD. You heard about Kill Bill. Time to kill Phil. We grilled him, and now
There we
we're
go.
gonna spit roast this
My mic was
motherfucking
Bitch,
kid.
fuck that piece of shit. No. What an ass.
He's a bum.
Dude, do you know
This is obviously from the very, very beginning of the show.
how
He's an
hard?
ungrateful beggar bum.
Do you know how hard it was for me to hold it in? Every time he's in chat, hey, and I thought we were being obvious. Eh?
Yeah.
I thought we were being like as obvious as possible.
No, I mean we were like literally trying to get rid of him.
Fuck.
It's like when you like throw it. What's that scene where they throw the rocks at the dog at Old Yeller to make him go away?
Yes.
Or some shit like this. It's like, go. We don't want you here.
Bro.
You fucking suck. It's outright insulting him to his face. Oh, he just couldn't get the memo. He just couldn't get the message
And there's a big
that we
story
didn't want
behind
anything to do with this boring fucking ass. But it was beyond how boring he was, how worthless he was.
Beyond that.
The lack of content, the lack of gratitude, how draining he was, how negative it was. It was that Phil's gay. He's gay. He was gay for Andy Worski.
He kept
This
asking
guy
to
was
see my
beg-
body.
He kept begging to look and touch Worski's underwear. This guy
Oh, that's
privately, he was trying to slip his
Let's see
hands
those
down Andy's
abs. The
pants.
gaming.
You know,
Oh
he
my God,
said he
soulmate.
goes like, let me.
I'm really glad that I didn't see any of that. And clearly I missed the intro to this video because I don't remember hearing any of that. So, holy.
See your shredded body. To you,
and
Andy.
I
Let's
went-
just like.
And I went, no. I was like, no, that's weird. That's
I went, no, that's weird.
uncomfortable. That's awkward. But
You
why?
know, like, it's like, why
I'm like,
is he saying this?
we're in a business meeting.
He was drunk as fuck.
Someone call.
Let's be real. This was some Brian Dunn fucking behavior.
Someone call
from the
HR.
Pilsner.
Like,
Someone call HR. He was sexually harassing you in the workplace, Horsey. He wanted to feel your shredded body, bud.
oh my.
Oh,
Kev,
man.
Can I just say this? I saw this.
Remember when he got on that voice call and he started asking to see your underwear?
Did he? Okay, I should have just.
What is happening? I clearly must have, I don't know. I played this on my TV in my living room earlier, but I must have fucked off and went and did something else.
Played a lot.
Remember when he got on the voice call and
Yeah,
asked to
you
see your
sucked my
underwear?
cock.
He's begging to.
In all fairness, he did have a week-long underwear obsession. He was showing us his underwear and wanted to see other people's underwear. I don't know what the hell that was all about.
See your outlines.
No, there
By the
was-
way, duty streams for 10 subs.
Let's go.
Big ups, Duty.
We got Politburo for 5 subs.
Sheesh.
We're barely even exaggerating, though. There would always be this flirtatious gay element to Phil's behavior with Andy, where it was like, this is strange.
Well,
This isn't normal.
I gotta say one thing. I finally heard about and saw a little bit of the thing where he goes, "I'm his gaming soulmate," right? Okay, let me.
This would explain his aversion to women.
How did it feel
Listen,
that he was your
DSP.
game- your gaming soulmate?
Everyone likes Final Fantasy VI. Everyone likes Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is not obscure
These weren't
hidden
deep
gem.
cuts. You know what I mean? This isn't even Earthbound level.
You know,
This is entry level everybody had for their Nintendo. Fucking Legend of Zelda Link to the
Link
Past.
to the past, yeah. and like other things, and he kept saying things like that and wanting to play games with me. And I kept like after every show, I'll be like texting Ash, he's DMing me. What do I say? I want to not respond, and we're just like we'd have meetings on how to DM him back. Because like, hey, fucking Ashton's like fucking Discord messaging me during the show. DM'd me 4 times during the show. I'm like, could you tell him to shut the fuck up? We're doing a show. Meanwhile, the fucking previous three days earlier, there's this huge opportunity, everyone. LOL Cow Live. Fucking
you were like, Ashton, help me. He's asking me to kiss him in Amsterdam.
That was a little gay.
No, that's when Phil invited Andy to go to Amsterdam with him because he wanted to kiss him at the fucking hotel in Amsterdam.
So this dude gets drunk and goes crazy. Holy shit.
I don't even want to talk about that homosexuality. It makes me angry.
But he wouldn't come meet me in Florida. I'm like, fuck, I look like his... I guess that's why he didn't want to fuck me, is because I look kind of like his wife.
He didn't want to fuck me because I kind of look like his wife. I'm dead. Nope, that's it. Thanks for the stream, everybody. I gotta go.
The Florida story because you say on Steve's, but
no, I seriously, guys, you won't even believe this because I genuinely feel bad for Phil.
Me too.
When I learned this guy, he never leaves his home.
Sad.
He can't. It's sad. You know what I mean? The guy is a total shut-in. Hasn't been on a vacation or a trip in a decade. Couldn't have a honeymoon with his wife. I felt bad for him, and also I was like, you know what? I want to meet Phil. I want to know what Phil's about. I want to have some comradeship, some brotherhood with Phil.
You can't make this shit up. You are 100% correct. Obligatory. Good night, everybody.
Take our friendship.
That's it. I'm dead. I don't think I'll hear anything greater than that.
The next level there. Not the way that Phil did, like the gay way that. But I'm like, you know what, Phil? I said to Phil, so here's the idea. And you can tell just like how much thought I put into this of something that Phil would like to do that's like his special interest, which is Hulk.
Hasn't had a friend since he moved to Washington. I think that's why when these guys kind of like accepted him, so to speak, I mean, it's pretty clear from what these guys have, said. He was texting them. Like DMing and just like talking and whining and crying and bitching and moaning. And you know why there's no friends. These two guys have said he is depressing. He is negative. He is exhausting. He is a full-time fucking job, which most people who are, again, very toxic, very narcissistic, and they have these issues, that's usually what happens. They blow up your phone, they blow up your social media, they do whatever, and they basically just start to consume you.
Hogan. Whoa. So for those of you who don't know, Hulk Hogan has a store in Tampa Bay, like a memorabilia store, a t-shirt shop, all sorts of stuff from his past. It's kind of like a Hogan museum. And there's also in Tampa Bay a Hulk Hogan bar that Hogan is there every like Monday for karaoke. And he was having a Super Bowl party at his bar, which is called Hogan's Hangout.
Buddy, that's incredible if you're a fan.
Where he was going to show up and there are going to be other wrestlers there and stuff like this. So I say to Phil, hey, man, what if I pay for your flight to bring you out to Florida and we can hang out? So Phil's objection is, well, I can't leave my wife at home. So I say, Phil, how about I pay for your wife to come? You guys can hang out at the beach for a couple days.
What a mensch.
We'll meet up at the bar. We'll do the Super Bowl party. Maybe we'll do a video at the bar, just like as like an excuse that it's a business trip or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can go back.
That was what I was going to say. He was probably to a certain degree at the beginning kind of love bombing them. I don't know if it was necessarily that, but he certainly was, I think, trying to just get, thick as thieves with them as quickly as possible.
Back home, so here's like the honeymoon he never was able to have. We're going to hang out. We're going to make content, all this sort of thing. You know what he says to me? He goes, well, that wouldn't be fair to my cat.
I mean, we would just go down the line. It wouldn't be fair to my wife. It wouldn't be fair to the dog. It wouldn't be fair to the cat. It wouldn't be fair to the mouse. It wouldn't be fair for my house to be all alone with no people in it. How would my car feel? Like, just anything to get out of it. Optimus, thanks for the 2, honey. DSP was thirsty. AF. Guys hate that shit.
Because my cat would be alone.
Get a cat
And
sitter.
so I-
Give your
so I
to your
say,
parents.
okay, Phil, how about I pay for the top cat sitting service you can find? I'll pay for all of it. I'll pay for you to come. I'll pay for your wife to come. I'll pay for sitters for your pets. I'll do it. I was dead fucking serious. I was going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars
Probably
on this.
3-4K minimum.
Oh, more.
Minimum.
It was probably going to be at least $5,000-$6,000
Yeah.
to do all of this. But I'm like, oh fuck, it'd be really fun. No, that would traumatize my cat to leave him with anybody else. There's no possible way.
Yeah, it would really traumatize him to leave him with a person who would clean the litter box every day and take care of him.
I could do this, man.
All that care and support and time and attention, the cat wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
And what it is it's fear. He's afraid of leaving his own home. He's afraid of doing anything. He's just a massive fucking pussy, shut in hermit little bitch, because he's scared some troll will find him and confront him. And what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's like, Phil, stop being such a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
But this is the crazy shit that Phil, this is the mentality of Phil. And it's wild shit.
Yeah.
It really is wild shit.
Well,
man.
here's where I was fucking super annoyed, and it's a very similar story. So we thought, people were asking me yesterday, hey, so what was the end game? Be serious. End game was simple. We knew he was like a bit of an idiot, and detractors were
you
filled
ever see
belting
Howard
him.
Stern, how he had a whack pack?
It was like Opie and Anthony with fucking Bobo. It was like that idea. So the idea was get him close so we could have some funny shit. So we thought of shit like lie detector test, like ghost hunting, and then during that we'd felt him while we were filming. Be fun. Every idea that we had, we were shot down. Then the easiest idea, instead of flying somewhere, was Lol Cow Live. Imagine Casino, Lol Cow, and Phil would be a massive show. He literally in the group chat started yelling at all of us. You guys, it's my day off. First of all,
How dare
day
you
off?
bother me on my day
How about
off?
you respond tomorrow then, you F-slur, you fucking retard?
Well, why is it such a big deal to receive a simple DM? Like, so listen, if one of your friends or family or a business associate texts you on your day off, do you lose your fucking mind?
No,
You do if you're this fucking guy.
How dare
But now you know why, because apparently on his day off, his wife beats him.
you text me on my day off? Wouldn't you just not reply?
Yeah.
And then get back to them at a later point? But instead it was like,
I forget who showed it, but when the time PPP was talking about it, DSP showed his suggested videos on YouTube, and there were 2 or 3 Disney Orlando videos. So DSP was thinking about it. Wonder if the wifey told him, no, we're not going. Because now I've got this, I'm realizing that maybe I got this whole thing flipped around. Maybe she's running the show. Maybe it's get your fucking ass back upstairs and make my money, you little bitch. I'm wondering now. Do this and don't bring me up, and get your ass back up there and order me something to eat, you fucking pussy. Like, is she just like owning this fucking dude?
like this whole how fucking dare you come out? It's my day off.
That's
I'm
when
fucking
I was like
busy.
done with him.
You're
Like that
pestering me.
mentally, I was like, that's like when I was like, I was done. And then you were like, listen, I'll do a show with him and I'll felt him on the show and then we'll make something happen that way. I was like, cool, I'm
come
staying out
to
of it.
me.
Like, I'm like,
You
yeah.
come to me on my day off and you don't even ask
but then
me
Ashton-
back to do content with me.
So I'm pissed. I text Ashton. I'm like, this guy's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Then on my day off, which by the way wasn't even a day off.
Like, does she maybe only work part-time because she only wants to fucking work part-time? But maybe it's like just to get away from him? Like, does she order him? Now I'm thinking back to like that co-op that they did together when she had just like had enough and she wanted to just like piece the fuck out. And she was done. She was just like, I'm done with this. And Phil was instantly like, it's okay. It's okay. You can go. You don't have to stay. And I was like, look at him trying to like fake be nice to her. Fake be nice to her so he doesn't look like a fucking, a piece of shit. No, he was trying to like not get her riled up. It's okay. It's okay, honey. You don't have to stay. You can go. You can slap me around and call me a bitch boy later. It's okay. It's okay. You can go. Like I'm wondering about all of this now.
I was editing for the show for the next day. He's fucking messaging me like all his ideas that all suck, by the way.
Yes.
Then I don't respond. I'm like, I'm not responding to him. Fuck him. What does he do? The next day, like while
Tevin said years ago, joking, that Cat beats Phil. Tevin was onto something. Maybe not necessarily like beats, but like, yeah, right? Like I wondered why he was so like delicate, with her. I don't think she's helpless in the relationship. Exactly, which I thought, I don't really ever want to say that I thought that she was completely helpless, but maybe some of these things have happened because, oh hell, maybe she's threatened to leave. Like, hey, if you don't ABCXYZ, then I'm fucking out of here. It's like, listen, if she was with, a Subaru guy or whatever, and then found someone else to go live with, she can do it again.
while we're live, he's putting business fucking like private shit in our chat. I'm like, and then putting pressure on us to respond. Like,
do
hey,
you remember? Go ahead, but I'll say
that's it for that.
No,
I was like, fuck him.
do you remember when this guy asked us not to stream in his time slot?
Yeah, guys, we'll go over
this guy
schedule.
actually demanded that we schedule our shows around his shows and that we direct our audience to his show. This is what he actually thought. And it's like, but Phil, we have like 2,000-3,000 live viewers. You have 200-300 live viewers. We're kind of doing you a favor, bringing you on, promoting you in the first place. And you want us to inconvenience ourselves and our audience and say, we won't do shows in the time slot from like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. to midnight. Well, that's when we stream, Phil.
Buddy.
But what he wanted us to do was for his political show, for us to siphon all of our viewers because we have. That's what he wanted us to do, is give all of our viewers and all of our money. And he would come in here and be like, guys, remember my show is next week or tomorrow at this time. Don't tune
stream
into the casino or don't stream, guys, because I need your support. And it just started to get, it's like, so you take and you take and you take and you take and you ask and you ask and you ask. But when it comes time for you to like do a crossover with us and Keemstar, when we ask you to do something that mildly inconveniences you.
It's so funny that like, maybe he's getting, treated, shitty by her. And, like someone said earlier in the chat, maybe that's why he lashes out at his chat and treats everybody like shit on his chat. That's the only place that like he feels like he's in control. Remember, if you really think about it, the interesting dynamic, she could have some power over him. Who the fuck else is going to have him? Who else is going to deal with him? Who else is going to put up with him for a substantial length of time? Because they would have to move in with him. They would have to put up with all of his bullshit. He's impossible to fucking deal with. He's a diva. He's a drama queen. He's a narcissist. He's a self-absorbed, douchey, edgelord pain in the ass. Who would put up with that? If she goes, he's fucked 6 ways to Sunday. And you know what? She might know that too.
No. What's in it for me? It's like, I see how you guys would benefit from me coming on the show to roast Rich of Review Tech USA. And I see how Keem would benefit, but how would I benefit?
Viewers,
well, I don't know.
Idiot.
There's
He didn't know how he was going to fucking feed himself when Panda left. I remember him saying like, oh, I have to figure out what I'm going to eat. Cause like, I don't have a lot of time.
a bunch of people watching you that might see you in a new light as somebody that's having fun and dropped your grudge with Keemstar and, you know, is doing interesting stuff now, and they might come watch your stuff. It's like, what's in it for me?
Or she just gets frustrated at his bullshit and she yells, and maybe he's not intimidated by her, you know, behavior. Most of the time, what can happen in an argument with someone narcissistic is, you know, you're in this relationship with this person who sucks and they're toxic, like Phil, and he does something that upsets you. So you go to him. Well, you can't have a conversation with him. So you end up having to use, you know, your big girl voice, and you yell and you scream or you cry, you piss, you moan, you whatever. He just goes, because he's not listening, because he doesn't care. You know, there's no consequences for, you know, DSP. Yelling and screaming at somebody is not a consequence for bad behavior. He just looks at her and watches her just brap, 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 you know, yell and scream and whatever. And then eventually you gotta let it go. So you shut up and you walk off and you go away. And then he goes, oh, phew, good, that's over. I don't have to listen to her bitch anymore. I can go do whatever the fuck I want. That might be what's happening. She might be loud and obnoxious or boisterous, and it's just, he's not bothered by it. He just doesn't care. Because really, unless you say, you know, there needs to, when people act in a way that you think is fucked up and you don't want them to, you have to threaten them with some kind of consequence. And just yelling and screaming and name calling, there's no consequence to that. People could go on my chat right now and be like, you know, you're old and you're stupid and you're fucking retarded and you're this and you're that. And I'm going to go, you feel okay? Did you get that out of your system? Because there's no consequence to me. You're just blowing hot air in my face and I don't fucking care. Maybe that's what's happening with Kat and Phil. She's just blowing hot air at him and he's like, okay, are you done? Because I'd like to go get drunk and pull some sweaty man JPEGs.
Ash,
It's just crazy.
and then fucking yesterday, I see one of his tweets. Someone, a detractor, like showed me a screenshot. He was saying, "Why do I have to pay Ashton half if I have to pay taxes? You expense it on your fucking taxes. You fucking
The guy didn't even know. The guy didn't even know how to do his fucking taxes. But honestly, it was his.
I'm not surprised.
He's like, I'll pay all the taxes on it. Don't worry, bro.
But
I'll
you
eat
still
that.
have to pay the income because your fucking bank sees it.
I still have
CRA
to pay
sees it.
tax on it anyway.
Buddy,
But
there was that.
That was his idea that he was going to pay all the tax on it off the start. So it's like, okay.
This is entirely true. All well and good, you know, in theory, but it all hinges on the word of the guy. That is very true. But I kind of feel like he would be more truthful with PPP than he would with anybody else, because he really thought that there was some kind of a friendship or some kind of a bromance, or he really thought that there was something going on there. And I think he spilled his guts.
So now you insisted on that, but now it's a bad thing and I scammed you somehow? Like, I don't know. This is how it works for everybody that does shows that pay guests or have co-hosts.
Yeah, I always expense whatever we send anyone else. And then, by the way, here's why I was like, this is when I was like, this guy needs to fuck off out of our lives, was when we did the gaming stream. We did the climbing game, remember?
Yeah. Chained
Fucking
together.
9 p.m. Like Cinderella, king, I gotta go. May you stay so we could do another hour? No, after, by the way, we were on his show. He made him thousands.
Oh, yeah.
And then he stays in chat for 4 hours.
That's the crazy thing. He'll be like, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go spend time with my wife or whatever. And then he'll be in the chat for 5 or 6 hours straight after that. But it's crazy to me. It's like, okay, so you have this opportunity. You're in front of a new audience. And it was rattling from the start, this stuff. We do the Review Tech USA thing.
Yes.
The guy has to oh, guys, I have to leave.
Yes.
But Phil, there's 4,000 or 5,000 people watching this live. What do you mean you have to stop streaming? Like,
it was the Ralph thing.
Make hay when the sun shines. Yes, with the Ralph content too. We brought him on. We're doing the more of Ralph with it. It's like, I gotta go now, guys. It's like, well, we have a lot more content, Phil. Like,
Ashton spent literally like 8 hours the previous day going through the Kiwi farms, looking for all the best clips, setting up the whole lore shit. But the RTU stuff went a little bit too long. And then we're just like, hey, like we're DMing.
Well, that's when he's had enough. He wants to go, you know, there's a reason for all of these breaks and everything. And it's not just to go to the bathroom. It's to have a couple nips of gin. It's to pull, you know, as some of the JPEGs or, you know, go get something to eat. You can't tell me he has a bagel and then sits there for 7 hours and eats nothing. Come on now. I don't think he's wolfing down like a fucking 4-course meal or anything. But he got when he fucks off to go like take a shit for 10 minutes, he gets something to eat. And he has a couple of, you know, shots, a couple of drinks, you know, and fucks off on WWE Champions and Twitter and, you know, whatever.
In a group, can you please stay? No. It's like, you made like 3,000 the other day. I wanted to like, I was like, this guy has to go. Every fucking detractor was right, but we were like, okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Maybe we can incubate this a bit longer.
It was fucked. Well, it was just like, okay, every single thing that you wanted to do with him on a stream, you had to go over every aspect of it and negotiate like, okay, so it's going to be using this service. It's going to be on Discord and it's going to be at this time, right? I don't know if I can do this day. I don't know if I can do this. Like with everybody else that you ever negotiate with, like a show, you go, hey, can you do this at this time? And they're either like yes or no. But with Phil, it's like pulling teeth. And if I showed the DMs, you can understand. It's hard to actually explain how agonizing it is to go through the process of trying to book him to do anything.
And I was DMing with Steven from Truth Seekers a couple of times since Phil did the interview with him. And Steven from Truth Seekers confirmed this too, that when you book him to do something, he like pesters you, like, what's every question you're going to ask him? How is everything going to go down? How is, you know, everything? He is just like, as anal retentive as he is about like his gaming schedule, he is just that much of a pain in the ass. Like so I've had it now confirmed by 2 people and one of them directly in person with me. So,
and it's like with any guest, it's like, okay, so let's do this interview with this person. Well, I don't know. Okay, well, here, let me explain to you why it's beneficial. Okay, well, I have this objection to it. Okay, well, let me explain to you why that's wrong. Okay, but what about this? And there would be another objection and another objection, and he would stone.
He does pester you like a needy, clingy girlfriend. Well, most people are, you know, control freaks when they have insecurities, when they have anxieties. This dude has been cucked like this before. I can't believe he keeps falling for it.
Wall every single thing to the point where it's a miracle we got anything done with the guy ever at all.
So when we had Mudahar on our show, we had contacts with Mudahar. So we're like, oh, we'll do a gaming stream with Mudahar, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Right? I had to explain the entire Mudahar lore for him to like agree. I'm like, Muda's mainstream normie. Relax. And by the way, even if he was like edgy, you're with fucking racial joke people. Like, you know,
I don't know. I like, this is the thing is it's like, well, we have to background check this person before I'll appear with them. And this, it's like, why?
The term I'm looking for is whipped dog. You're not wrong.
Why? It was a battle for every single thing, anything. And I've never encountered anything like this. I had like the
I've encountered people like this and they are absolutely exhausting. It's the best way I can describe it. People who behave like this, they've got to be in control. Everything's a problem. Something's always wrong. 100% exhausting. And people like that need to be expelled from your life as fucking quickly as possible. I should apply for the new smart guys position. Why?
Patience of fucking Job.
Yeah.
To tard wrangle this guy, try and bring him in for
He would discriminate against me. I am the whammon, you know.
appearances. But let me tell you, when he came on here and why we stopped bringing him on, you guys know he was just a net negative. He was just a drain.
I'm like Panda Lee on steroids. He thought she was a bitch. Oh, you don't know what kind of a fucking psychotic bitch I can be.
He didn't add anything. He never, you know, had a good
Whoa,
take
that's
or
crazy.
a funny joke or a one-liner. The guy couldn't even laugh at what's going on. Like, he would just have this sourpuss look on his face. Like he wasn't happy to be here.
He's married. Don't nobody want him? Who is upset that he's married? Who's like, damn, I can't have him? Why would I be married? Why would I want to be with him? I'm married to a fox. Why would I want? Ugh.
Like he was
Ugh,
doing
gross.
everybody else a favor by appearing. And it's like, you have no viewers. You have no fans. Nobody likes you. In fact, everybody hates you. And the
We got
fact that
so
we're
much
bringing
shit.
you on, we got so much hate from everybody.
And you
They
would
were
be like,
right,
ban,
honestly.
hey,
They're
ban
just
the
like,
people in chat
know,
making fun
but,
of
like,
me. It's like,
we're getting
oh
like
my
our
fucking
donators
God.
doxxed on the daily. Fucking our editor is having
There you go. Only iced cuck could do it. There you
pictures
go.
of his kids posted. People are threatening his kids, calling him a pet, like crazy fucking
And then
shit.
we're just like, hey,
Constantly.
hey, you mind
And
if
we're
we
like-
play the hey, we have this crazy idea. Why don't we just play fucking Link to the Past on stream?
I like seeing his co-host humiliate him. Well, shit, where's the application? Literally, a fox, a spicy, fiery redhead. That's what works for me.
No, that's not views. That's a post show. That's like an after show. Relax. It's not a show.
It's just like after all we've done, it's like, can
Or I could just humiliate him from here and not have to deal with him. I don't think I would be able to deal with that level of just paranoia and everything. What I've heard from Steve alone from Truth Seekers. Holy shit,
you do us any favor? No. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Like, it's crazy.
Buddy,
It's
and then
crazy
he
shit.
spits on us for every idea. I want to show one quick clip. You probably watched it with Steve yesterday. I woke up, I woke up and Ashton's with Steve and I see the show and I'm just like, thank you. Like, I almost started crying. Like,
He was so
it's
happy.
like, oh my God. It's like finding out you won the fucking lottery. I was like, oh my God, yes. I don't have
And
to
I'll
pretend
say this
anymore.
because we're not going to go on and on and on about Phil all night long, obviously.
But we do.
If you go back to the
But we do.
Steve interview that I did last night, if you go to the True Seekers channel and check it out, or I think Duty clipped it,
Yeah.
a bunch of detractor channels have clipped it, and you watch that, you can really see me go off and just fucking tear into Phil, crazy fucking rants.
I'm just tired of him.
He's just
I'm just tired of him. Andy's like, I was done with this. I'm over this.
such a black hole.
You know what's
There's
crazy?
just nothing positive comes from him. He says he's Mr. Positivity, but in fact, there's nothing positive that comes from him, and there's nothing meaningful either. It's all just a meaningless black hole of negativity and boredom for all eternity.
That we do.
Is the Snortex.
We do have a DSP video from August the Duck, just released it a few hours ago. So we're going to do that later. Don't worry. It's a 20-minute video.
Let's hit
Hear
the
this,
goal
though. I have to
and
clear.
let's do this August the Duck video. But Phil's trying to say that he's more successful than August the Duck.
2.1 million subs.
Getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on every single video. But Phil, who can't even crack 1,000 views on his replays,
Right.
has less than 300 people live on his shows. At certain points now, he's getting less than 200 people live
Oof.
as he streams 6 days a week and been here 15 fucking years.
Buddy,
Is gonna say that he's more successful than this other. It's just crazy. He's
Well-
a fucking lunatic. He lives in an alternate reality.
people are
He
screaming
lives
in chat for us to do it now. We got so much show. I mean,
We got a lot
listen.
of show,
Hey, oh, by the way,
folks.
Wacky Shucks for 25
25
subs.
subs.
Mr. Quackster Hopper for a sub. He's gay.
I watched Truth Seekers before he did the lol cow stuff. I love UFO jokes. Junk jokes. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I love UFO junk. Also seems Ben Heck watches my stream. Yeah, Ben's in here occasionally. Yeah.
For a sub.
Nice pants for tokens real for 25 subs.
Go.
And Katzen for 10 subs. Honky Kong 88 for a sub. Papa Polecat for 5 subs. A duck-sized duck for 10 subs. And Defective Detective 243 for 5 subs. We shouted out earlier Duty for 10. And Paul Lit Bureau for 5 subs as well.
Look, we are 100
Massive
away.
support.
If we hit the 100,
We're already
we'll do the video
halfway
now.
there.
We'll do the video now.
Listen, if we get the 100 subs, but by the time we finish the rant about Phil,
We'll watch the
do
video.
this show.
I don't know. It's a pretty long rant about Phil.
It's
2
like
hours.
the other thing I want to bring up is that Phil would always, like, whatever problem he was having, whether it be with his streams, whether it be with his personal life, his family, his wife, whatever, he would always be messaging me about it every night. And it would be at like 4 a.m. And if you didn't respond to him, he would be upset.
Okay.
You know, like he
I have a funny
expected
story.
response
That is like some like jilted lover shit. You know what I mean?
to his shit.
About that, Ashton, I have a funny story. So you all know after the show, I usually stick around for 2 hours, play games or watch other videos. It's like an unwind show. And you could actually visibly see probably 5 times on post shows me look down at my phone and what I was doing was reading Ashton's text. And then you see me do this. And then like Psycho's like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I don't even
A
want to-
duck-sized duck has gifted 50 subs! Whoa, huge!
What the fuck?
Let's go, detractor, bro!
T-Face, 2 subs. Rare tricks for 10
Trick has
subs.
gifted
This guy hasn't had a real friend in 10 years. Probably longer. You're not
10
wrong, sir.
subs!
Okay,
Rare Tricks has come home!
Rare Tricks gifted some subs, a name that we all know.
They're coming home! They're coming home! Rare Tricks, be honest. Did you feel like you got your money's worth buying Phil that shitty fucking rum cake?
Oh.
And by the way, we got Void 72 with 15 subs.
What the fuck is up, boy?
Now these
15?
are all the donors who quit because we started doing shows with Phil. They came back. They came
Oh.
back.
Fuck, 422 for 10.
For 10 subs.
Look, and by the way, I want you all know this. Look, thank you so much, everyone. Holy fuck. Here's the thing is, too, I was like, we were like texting each other and or like on phone calls. I'm pacing my house. I'm like,
His life is very sad. It is all of it, you know, he can talk about how happy he is. There's no better indicator of somebody being, you know, miserable than them constantly having to tell you how happy they are and how great everything is.
we're like, is this worth it? We're bleeding. We're bleeding.
You know,
We're bleeding. We're bleeding.
It just wasn't
Maybe
worth
there's
it at all.
Buddy,
I mean,
this is the One
it's like a
Piece.
sunk
looking for the
cost
One Piece.
fallacy where I'm like, listen, at some point, surely this is going to turn around for us and we're going to convince this guy to make good content. If I'm just patient enough, if I hold his hand enough, if I argue with his objections and his negativity enough and tard wrangle him, it was impossible.
And Tard wrangle him.
It was impossible.
Buddy, it was like it was trying to find the One Piece. It kept going and going and going, and it never ended. It never ended. You know,
It's never ending.
I'll say this. So you had a great rant. Everyone, go watch Steve's show whenever you have a chance. It's really good with Ashton and Steve there. But here's the thing, too. I was
Yellow Flash for 5 subs.
Let's go. Let's go, Yellow Flash. 14 away from doing the August.
We're 14 away from the goal,
Yeah.
like 15 minutes into the show. Let's just get the
Let's
15
just get
bomb.
it. Thank you. Yeah.
And then I guess we'll do, Phil, we're going to change the entire format of the show.
Yo, Ash, though, but here's the thing.
Listen, Melvin, the Weed Wizard, has gifted 6 subs.
Okay, we are 8 away. Let's fucking
Listen,
go.
here's what I'll say. If we get the 8 subs and 100 more after that, I will reveal more private dirt about Phil.
Ooh, it's
Which we've already seen because I'm stupid and played my clips out of order. So my bad.
I will reveal some real snake fucking shit about
are we
Phil.
snaking that hard today?
We're drip feeding. Well, one of it is time sensitive. where it's gonna, I don't know, guys, should we just nuke Phil? Should we just be the most dirty, dastardly, despicable snakes
I was hoping for that, I won't lie.
and just expose all of his shit? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Duty Streams gifted 5 subs. And Nihil Nova Sub Soul for 5 subs. Chemical X for 5 subs. All right, Andy, we got to let you go. Go ahead.
No, Tony Pat for 25 subs.
Huge!
Okay,
Huge!
Ash, so here's my view was when Ash was doing the show with him, I was like, all right, you try to get that egg to hatch. I was just done with it, just fucking fed up. I hate him.
I was fed up. I hate him.
So then I'm like, hey, how was Thursday? How was Thursday at the Salvation?
Exactly, Brian. I mean, what a fucking shocker. The dude got in his own way. I mean, who would have we all knew it.
Army, fucking charity.
It really was. I'm just doing charity for this guy. And listen to the wrestling show. The idea was, let's find something that Phil actually cares about, that he's passionate about. Because it seemed to me there wasn't a single thing in this entire world that the guy actually cared about, that he could talk about. The guy talks and talks and talks. He talks for a living, yet he has nothing to say, ever. It's just talking to hear the sound of his own voice in the hopes that fucking nickels drop into his shit. What? Dr. Lexus has...
And there it is, Dr. Lexus. I call him Dr. Cuck. What did he give?
Gifted 100 subs! Huge!
Casino.
And he gave Phil 1.
Pit boss.
Huge!
Oh. So levels of petty. He scratches Ashton's after Ashton offered him $5,000 to head to the Super Bowl party at Hulk Hogan's place with his wife. He scratches Ashton's name out or face out for a joke. What a rude He's the worst.
Only thing this guy does is live stream for people who hate him like an animal in a zoo to be pelted with fucking peanuts and shit like this. And then he gets off stream.
They're just cutting their losses. I mean, they have to at this point.
And he starts drinking. He plays a WWE mobile game that he spends his entire paycheck on.
Remember something.
And then,
hey, listen, if all of a sudden somebody was here's 100 memberships, I wouldn't scream like that because I don't think I have that in me, but I'd probably fucking cry. Personally. I'm not just oh, are those real memberships? I don't know if they'll count. Honestly, if that happened to me, I think I'd fucking cry. So
I remember
I don't have that personality to be animated, but I get it. It does, whether you like him or you don't, or you think he's annoying or whatever. Hey, listen, he got 100 gifted subs.
and then goes to bed, wakes up, does it again and again and
Ash,
again.
I just remember the story. You're going to laugh. You remember this too. It was after watching Nerds on the Go, the pool. Remember he was walking around the pool? We spoke to Phil right after. Remember he was yelling at you and me because Kick wouldn't verify him?
Okay. This is actually one of the most narcissistic and insane things that Phil came to me.
He yelled at us.
Ooh, let's hear the most narcissistic thing.
He yelled at me about why Kick didn't. Yeah, and you as well. He yelled at us about why Kick didn't verify him right away. And he said that it was an insult to him that
he yelled at them because Kick didn't verify him right away because don't you fucking know who I am?
Didn't immediately verify him and give him a deal and all of this stuff. It's first of all, man, I don't run Kick. Like, I don't have
know
like
Eddie.
a moderator. I don't know Eddie. I'm not able to pull these.
Getting upset with these dudes because he didn't join Kick and somebody wasn't ready with a plate of pancakes and ready to suck his dick. Wow.
Strings for you, man. Second of all, like, you have to actually meet the metrics, man, and you actually have to like be legit. And what this guy was doing, by the way, now listen, I guarantee you that Kick would have verified him and probably done something for him had he moved all of his stuff to Kick.
Yeah.
But what he decided to do was just do a mirror. So they're not getting the exclusivity of Phil. And so why? But even despite all of this, Kick has put Phil on the front page numerous times. They've tried to promote him. They've given him opportunities.
You don't like pancakes, but the dick suck is okay. Well, I mean, you know, I mean, if they're catering to you, you know, waffles, French toast.
But Phil is just like a complete narcissistic, delusional piece of shit that believes that because he sent a mirror, which, by the way, for Phil to learn how to use what's it called, where you send out Restream. For Phil to figure out how to use Restream, it was like the biggest ordeal in the history.
Doesn't Phil make fun of people who are verified? He might. I've never heard of that, but the shit I don't know can fill a warehouse. But
I think, Andy, you had to teach him how to fucking use Restream, no? Like,
I thought he did. I thought he made fun of people who were verified on Twitter, not Kick. Have I confused myself? This is a good possibility.
You had to explain to him that it was even possible to stream to 2 sites at once.
I got so mad, I just sent him a YouTube video.
About like how hard he worked in order to do this. He's like, after all that I've done, how hard I worked for Kick to not approve me instantly is an insult.
I can
to
find
me
that
and
fucking
my audience.
message. Yeah.
It's pretty classic that when somebody has something, that Phil wants and he obviously wants it, it's pretty classic of a move for him to mock it and make fun of it and act like, well, who the fuck wants that? Or, you know, whatever.
I have to scroll up for a minute.
It's like fucking crazy. Well, you're going to be scrolling for a while because the guy sends 10,000 fucking DMs. Oh, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, the stuff that this guy fucking says. It's exhausting. It's this exhausting, draining process. You know, somebody said, I read this somewhere, probably on Kiwi Farms, might have been on Twitter. But Darkside Phil is Sisyphus, but he's the boulder. He's the boulder in the story.
This is such a great explanation. I remember hearing this part earlier today. This is such a great way to talk about just Phil just as he is.
Of Sisyphus.
I mean, you are like...
And we're the ones that have to keep pushing it up, and his audience has to keep pushing this boulder day after day up the hill. And then it falls down the other side, and we're right back to where we all fucking started. And we have to push it back. But then it's beyond that, because the boulder in Sisyphus's story was silent. Because it was a boulder. Phil complains the entire fucking time as you're trying to help him that you're not pushing hard enough or quick enough or giving him enough money while he sits on the fucking boulder that you're pushing to the top of the goddamn hill. It's brutal.
Bro, Ashton, that was one of the nights. So it was like, I was already sort of pissed off and done with him. And when he said, like, how dare you guys tell me I worked on this whole thing, getting Restream ready to get Kick, and now they won't verify me. He's like, you have to message them. I'm like, bro, you have to just keep working.
I did all this work to get everything ready and Kick didn't verify me, he says to these two gentlemen. You need to tell them that they better verify me. Ooh.
At it. It took us like what, 3 times? Like,
yes, man. I don't think we got approved our first time.
No, and we passed the metrics, but
by
it takes
a lot.
time. It takes time for them.
We had over 1,000 live viewers at that time, but it takes time for them to get to know your content, make sure that they're comfortable putting the verification.
Everyone's just supposed to know who he is and be so in love with him and be so ready to just fucking like glaze him and kiss his ass. And oh my God, it's Dark Side Phil.
He just believes he's entitled to that because he's Phil. It's like, but Phil, you only have a couple hundred viewers and you're not even bringing them all to Kick. You haven't even fully committed to this platform.
It was on it for 4 weeks. No, 3 weeks.
Yes.
Like, bro, we were on Kick, I think, for maybe 6 months, grinding it out. On shows, we didn't do shows. We had gaming streams to raise the hours, right, that we were doing to show them, look, we're serious about this platform. He does.
Everyone does know who he is, right? Maybe that was why he didn't get verified. Like, oh, this piece of shit's over here. Fuck.
Fucking 10 streams, and then instead of emailing Kick, Eddie, whoever, he emails me and Ashton a copy paste attack. I'm like, wait, does yours say the exact same as mine?
It was so embarrassing. I was cringing really bad when I read it.
Yeah, there's receipts. I got all the DMs. I'm like, of course we have the receipts. It's like, yes, there's so many DMs that I could like relax. Well, I'll leak them, but we're not lying. Like, I swear to God. Like, in fact, we're
not leakers like that. But when it comes to Phil, I feel like everybody is willing to make an exception to see Phil stuff. Now, the thing is, I'm willing to give Phil one last chance to apologize to us for wasting our fucking time, wasting our fans' money, wasting this entire opportunity. If Phil will humble himself,
which he won't. If anything, he'll double down and tell you to go fuck yourself.
Apologize to us.
Yeah, right.
And kiss the ring.
Remember when he was told that maybe he should apologize to Lex for calling her a slut and an ethot? Let's not forget that. And he was like, well, is she going to apologize for making fun of me?
Over the weekend, because I want him to apologize. Because Phil has an apology fetish.
I don't want to hear his fucking. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want him. I don't want him contacting me. If he apologizes.
Well, now that he knows that you want it so badly and everything, I mean, he's gonna see this. He's gonna watch all of this stuff. So when he's back tomorrow, I don't know if he will just completely ignore this or not and act like it didn't happen. But we'll have to see.
It's me. I'm gonna go like this.
He has.
I don't care.
If he had gone to Kick exclusively, he would have gotten a guaranteed contract. Yeah, probably. But he couldn't risk giving up YouTube.
Yeah, he has to dance. He's got to do the.
And like you say, why do one when you could do both?
Truffle shuffle and apologize. I got the drip. Go.
So that was the Snort Hogan clip. And there's other ones, and you guys can feel free to check them out or whatever. But that was, I only planned on being here for a couple of hours because I just wanted to dig into some history stuff, but I kind of felt like we needed to go over the Kino stuff and talk about it. Big ups to Snort Hogan and to Duty for those are their clips. And I was thinking about, watching the August, the duck video. It's really good. Like I say, I posted it. And the link to it or whatever, and you guys can check that out if you want to, or just type in August the Duck and it'll come up. It's really good, like I say. But we will be back. No, don't leave. We're going to do some filler for history, but we kind of need all this stuff to calm down because everybody wants, these guys to spill all their texts and, talk about all this stuff. And we know Phil isn't going to stop talking shit about them because he can't help himself. So as long as these dudes are going to go round and round, you just got to, again, you got to strike while the iron cuck is hot. You got to talk about the hot topics. But there's so much fun to be had. There is so much real worlding for me as well. But we're going to dig into some, the history of stuff next Saturday. If everything just kind of mellows out a little bit. And I know that a lot of people find, Kino Casino a little bit, you know, tricky to kind of deal with, find it, you know, annoying or whatever. And I get it. So we're not just going to keep covering everything that Kino Casino does. There's going to come a day where they might still continue to talk about him, but I probably won't be covering it because I'm here for the guy. But if they might drop some juicy tidbits, we'll have to go, you know, from there. But we will do more stuff. Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow because the guy will be back tomorrow. So that is what we will go ahead and do. Again, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I invite you to sub to the channel. If not, that's cool because I'm not your mom and I can't tell you what to do. But I hope to see you next time.